What the fuck, actual? Discord was like, hey, you want a server boost? And it was like, huh? Why is an ad up in my Discord? Yulind, why is Elon freaking out over New York mayor election? We'll go over that when Trogdor shows up. Where my background noise at for Outer Wilds 2? 8:57. 8:59. I know your appointment says 9 a.m. CST, but you're supposed to show up 15 minutes early. Nope. Hello, Ewo. Yulind, while in Buzz 0 HP. Hi, Cairo. Cairo Engie. What did he even do? He was just nice to you. You two have just been playing Battlefield lately, and you're like, grr. This is why mom doesn't fucking love you. Hi, Juice. 22 months. Increasing the incline. Unless that's a Matthews one, at which point you'll tell me. Cairo stinks, he's rabid. Hi, Ganna. Do stretches. Let's do stretches. 14 rocked? Dude, I was so happy with 14. What if my mom doesn't actually love me? Hi, Yulind. I don't know. He doesn't. I mean, that explains it. Hi, Archangel. Hi, Joe. What the fuck? You're the one that brought it up, not me. We had the fucking squad. I know mine doesn't. Hi, Global. Cairo, I was so fucking sad when Kitty was like, I forgot to download. I was just like, no, that sucks. That's so stinky. We would have had an 8-stack if people weren't lazy for to re-download the game. I'm not gonna say they forgot. But it is like, you gotta check that if you want to do the Nidhogg fight. Who are we missing? We had 6. We were missing Kitty. Who else was there that could have joined? Oh, Kimmy. Kimmy shouldn't have been lazy with that. She's like actively playing Final Fantasy right now. Was she just like sleeping in? Oh yeah, we could have had Hobbit. Look, Arc Razors is just better. Also Hobbit. Arc Raiders is not better. It's just hype right now because it's new. Bandus. Hi, Elder. I lost my streak. That's okay. How big was it? What was your streak up to? Arc Raider seems pretty bad, not gonna lie. I'm only hearing good things about it, Ganna. I'm only seeing like a lot of people playing it and pretty positive reviews. I shotgunned a dude's dick off because he thought he had the drop on me. It's just better. Somewhere in 30s? Okay, okay. Hi, Senril. We're at arm pulls. Ugh. Now, for me, Ganna, and I would assume for you as well, there's zero appeal to ever play it, but if it was half the price, I could see it. But it's really expensive for what it is. I don't even know the price. I don't even know. I don't even know anything about it. There isn't enough content. It's worth 40. How much is it? It's 40 euro. I don't know. Ganna, you're the first person that's like speaking negatively about it from what I've seen. I saw Grums talking about it, who's like, let's get into this. It's DIA, but it's good. But it's DIA, but it's so good. They can fix the stop later. And then it was like, all the reviews were crazy positive about Grums. Dude, I don't understand how he still has a voice. I do, because when you're so big, like, you're just so popular, you can't fail. But the literal, like, tax evasion and... God, what was it all? Please euthanize Crumbs. Him and his mom running the fucking, like, lesbian fight porn scam thing was just like, what in the fuck is this? But you compare it to something like Arena Breakout Infinite, the gun customization is pretty limited. Yeah, but that's just one thing. They've got an active-ass roadmap that's adding maps almost every month, and it's all free. Fuck Crumbs. The fucking what? The game does look very pretty, though. Yulind takes my streak away because I show Cairo more love. I don't take your streak away at all. Hi, Nick. How is a cute and adorable Yulind? I'm good. I'm good. I had a lot of trouble going to sleep last night. I don't think I actually fell asleep till like 4:30. And it was like 2. I was like, I should be going to bed. And then I just like stayed up. And I was like, man, this fucking sucks. Why am I still awake? And I know you show Cairo more love. But you know what, Global? I'm happy for it. Because Cairo's a really nice person and deserves a lot of love. Speaking of too big to fail, I mean to ask last night, why do I keep seeing Bao in my timeline? People are really upset with her right now because she said some kind of low-key sexist things. There are things that are like, well, but like it's the quiet part you shouldn't say out loud. Here's an example. She recently said, when you are starting out streaming, if a much bigger male content creator messages you, wanting to collab with you, work with you, boost you in any way, fucking run for the hills. Just fucking get the fuck out of there. Because it's a guy thing to, like, take advantage of up-and-coming female content creators. And, I didn't say VTuber. Well, I guess she probably said VTuber, but... And, people are like this, so just a woman can't do it? Like, huh? And it's... She keeps saying things that, like, are kind of just low-key sexist. And it's like, well, you can't really argue with it because that's been her experience, right? Like, if she's had 3, 5, fucking 8 much bigger male content creators come to her and try to take advantage of her and use her for their own content, and women have been pretty chill, like, of course she's gonna fucking think that. It'd be nice if she kind of worded it more as like, hey, guys keep trying to do this with me, and the girls are being homies. But she's not wording it that right. And I can't really fault her for that because, you know, hey, all of your trauma and your bad things, make sure to be politically correct with them. It's an eggshell situation. Hi, Oni. How far did you get? How far did you get in the remakes? Give me a percentage of, like, we are 20, we are 60% through this game. Speaking of too big to fail, it should be at that buy price maybe in a month or two. But ATM based solely on what the game offers at this point. Have you purchased it and played it, Gana? Also, hi Trogdor. Or Sleepy Yulind, how are you? Cairo, I'm good. Nick, how are you? Oh, Christ. Not poggers. Oh, babe, I'm good. Kai's the best cutie male VTuber L plus ratio. I've already got 30 hours in 3 days, and I'm not anywhere near completing anything, so I'm down. So she's more making a generalization rather than speaking from her own experience. Just making low-key sexist comments toward men. I assume is the majority of her fan base, lol. She is speaking from experience. What do you mean? She is speaking as a generalization, but not wording it as her experience. But it is her experience. And she is taking shots at men, which is probably a majority of her fan base. It sucks. It seems like she's going through the I don't even fucking care anymore arc of her content creation and just like just throwing zingers out there. I shouldn't call them zingers. Just throwing stuff out there. It's like, ugh, ooh, ah. Is there anything to be completed? Ooh, we love unchecked misandry. Yes. Yeah, but that's the old controversy. The new controversy is her complaining that artists shouldn't post commissions without the buyer's consent, which led to Skeb posting a huge thread how it's in their terms of service that the artist has full control with what they make. I didn't even know about that one. That's yeah, that's a crazy take. If I were to commission somebody, I would assume I have the rights to post it whenever the fuck I want because I paid for it. But an artist, I feel like that needs to be discussed. The artist definitely should not be posting it. If it's like an outfit reveal or something, right? So it's like, you know, let's say I commissioned a new outfit, Yulind 2.0. I would like be saying to that artist, don't post this until this date because this is a big reveal for me, right? I want this to be under like the understanding of this commission. And if the artist acknowledges that and they're like, yep, won't post it till then like they need to post it at some point. You can't just be an artist and not show off what you're working on because that's literally your marketing, right? You need to constantly be working on stuff and posting it to be like, hey, come look at my stuff. You want to commission my stuff. So like they need to. I can understand like having dates and whatnot for that sort of thing, but they have to be posting it. I've not got it yet, but I've been watching gameplay of it. I sure don't have the actual gameplay knowledge. I'm talking about the actual mechanics of the game. Don't care, didn't ask. Am I please put the tale? Several quest lines, blueprint gathering, etc. posting in English. I just saw a clip of her saying she's not being cancelled. She's just engagement farming. Yeah, also that. She's got a Japanese company to post in actual English. Oh. So I had no idea what the drama was about. Good night, he who cutelins. Good night, Elder. At the Oric, Carmine, please call you. Yulind, she isn't messaging an artist for a commission. She's using Skeb. Then that's a problem of hers. She fucked that up. If she's using Skeb, which is like, cause I'm not familiar with Skeb. I don't know how it works. If you're going through Skeb and it's like, hey, you commission this, and then you get it back, and you never interact with the artist. It kind of sounds difficult to make a deal with them that's like, don't post it till this date because it's going to be my outfit reveal. Kind of seems difficult to do that. So you should be using a service where you have more control over that. It sounds like she did a dumb. So she did it through Skeb, which is in Skeb's terms of service for the artist can. Exactly. I mean, if it's in their terms of service. VGen has extra fees if you want to request a certain date the artist can show stuff off. Yeah, okay, I thought there was a big narrative I might have missed. That sort of stuff is normal for a roguelite. Yeah, and yes. She also posted, I hate Skeb, and she winded up deleting after Skeb posted about their TOS. Oh, God. What the fuck? Who hates Skeb? Well, that's the thing with Skeb. There's no communication. You can only talk to the artist once when you commission them. Then they just shoot out the art, no revision or anything again. Agrees to terms of service. Gets mad. She agreed to the terms of service. Yeah, basically. Hi, Hamburger. Bird not wearing much in the snow, Yulind. I don't need to. It's not real snow. Hope you enjoy walking, Yulind. I will. We're still at lunges. Yeah, I'm not mad about Skeb's slander. Gatekeep stuff more. I don't have a problem with Bao. I don't think she's done anything too bad as far as I know. It sounds like she's being a bit of an idiot, but at the same time, you know, content farming. Her being a bit of an idiot is getting her a lot of attention right now. So, Plus, Skeb said you can't use any of the art for commercial use. Okay, Yulind. I'll be fine. She's riding the high of her bread audio being popular on TikTok. All engagement is good engagement. I would say most engagement is good engagement. Certainly this engagement right now is. Definitely not all engagement is good engagement. That was lunges. We are at hamstring. Did Oni mention how far he is? Oni was playing the HD remakes of Dragon Quest yesterday. And he literally took a day off work to play them. Until people start suing for TOS breach. When the Yulind controversy going to happen? We already had it, Trogdor. We already had it like 6 months into streaming. Greetings, Yulind. Hi, Wrath. When he gets big enough for someone to respond to him talking about them on stream. How you doing? I'm good, I'm good. Man, but you weren't canceled? Yeah, funny how that works. I had someone... I had the much bigger male VTuber... Oh, no. Oh, no. Drop the lore, sis? No. I will not. Because there's people here that still watch them. I've literally told you about it, Cairo. What are you talking about? His hamstrings were at toe touch. Oh no, he didn't take the POW advice. Yeah, but then it's funny. There's no need to. Oh, that one. There's no need to. I'm a little bitter about it, but it's whatever. Nothing will come from talking about it. I will only upset people and potentially lose people that like watching me. That also like watching them. Hey, Cairo. Now, why would someone hate a femboy? What are you talking about? Femboys are, like, incredibly hateable. Femboys are, like... One, people don't like femboys because, you know, people just don't like gay stuff, right? But then the femboys themselves are just fucking catty as shit, problematic. A shocking amount of femboys are racist. I like to think I'm not, but like, holy shit, there's so many femboys online that are just like, just genuinely saying the worst stuff possible. That's like, oh my god. Femboys are... Look, you know how Bao is like, I've had it happen 8 times with these people? There's a lot of people out there who are like, yeah, femboy, what do you think a femboy means? Oh, it means to be racist. No, it means to be a feminine boy. Oh, well, the 8 I've encountered were all racist. It's like, a lot of them just kind of suck. Why would anyone hate a femboy? Well... There's a decent amount of reasons. Yulind knows racist femboys. I don't think I might know 1 or 2. I don't know if they are racist, but I think they've shown like a potential for it, and I was like, ooh, uh-oh. I have met a few, like, one-off femboy racists, but I don't interact with any that much. We're on VR chat, you know a few that too. A lot of them are also anti-trans. No, there's that one's actually just... No, I'm kidding. I'm kidding. The ones that are anti-trans. It's probably a small subset of them. The Bridget discourse should explain enough. Oh god, I hate Bridget discourse. As a femboy, I really fucking hate it when people call me an egg. I really hate it when people are like, oh, you're a femboy. That's just, you know, step 1 of the pipeline to being trans. When are you gonna start taking the pill? And it's like, I'm not. I'm very comfortable with this. I don't like this. And so I could see a lot of femboys not understanding, not having trans friends, not like having the full scope of information. kind of just taking that out on trans people and hating them for it. And it's very inappropriate. I'd say it's also inappropriate to constantly call a femboy an egg, but it's I see the train of thought, the line of logic of this group that is obsessed with trans stuff is trying to force me into this, and I will rebel against it. I get that. I don't think that's the majority of them. I think a lot of them are, you know, goes hand in hand with being racist, right? One of the same people that are racist are also transphobic. And I don't know why just a lot of them are femboys, but... Well, I don't know why a lot of femboys are in that group. Kinda had an 8-day streak at Yulind, but he hides his VODs, so I can't save the streak. I don't think he hides his VODs. I think he just, like, has gotten in trouble before. And it's never, like, anything he actually did. It was probably music stuff. But his VODs are, like, he can't turn on auto-publish VODs. And so, Koyo has the same thing. Koyo and Elite cannot just publish their VODs. They have to manually do it. And I don't think Elite cares enough. We're at Cami stretch. We're actually going crazy fast. What the? What the? I'm gonna be honest, Trogdor. I watched that first stream he came back. And then I have not caught one since because he's always live at the time that some of my friends are live. And so I'm just like, oh, well, I'm focusing on this one. Ugh. See, I didn't catch them either. Because there's no Discord to ping me. Oh. I always see him go live because I always have Twitch on my left monitor. So I'm very aware of when he's live. It's just been stuff like, I'm playing this with this person. I'm in VR chat at this time. I'm actively doing something with people that's just like, well, yeah. Squats. We're at squats. One, 2, 3, 4, 5. Ugh. I was gonna say something. You, Trogdor, brought up Mumdani. I'm kind of like, I want to talk about this when I start walking and I can focus on it more, but I don't want to forget it. One, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay. Just bend over me. God damn it. No, I'm not going to. We're just not going to talk about Mumdani. Ugh. Boo. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I sort of. Was that 4 or was that 5 squad? Crazy how fearmongering has made a local election national news. Dude, it's crazy. The thing that I saw that was crazy was that there's people that have donated more to Cuomo for campaign funds to defeat Mumdani than they would have paid in taxes at the highest bracket. Like, they've spent more money just trying to stop Mumdani than they would have if he was just elected and, like, not good for them. It's like, dude, that's crazy. 1, 2, 3, 4. Your champ. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I don't like that guy. You don't like Mamdani? I fucking love him. His like whole thing is just deal with the housing crisis, which there is a housing crisis, and like there's some fucking shit with it. Unless maybe you're saying I don't like Cuomo, but I'm kind of, I see you say that, Juice, and I'm like, how the fuck do you not like Mamdani? What? I don't know. You said I don't like that guy when we're talking about Mamdani, and I'm like, huh? What? Huh? How? I think I have 3 more. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Until parse. That explains nothing. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. One more. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yule, I'm not getting political. I just want you to say why you don't like him. You already said you don't like him. Here's the funny part. Millions of people said they plan on fleeing New York if Mamdani wins. It's already solved the housing crisis day 1. 27-30. 30-30 end. Oh, I forgot to turn. Brother Charlie Kirk Twitter just posted a pre-recorded podcast. The first reply is an image of the reboot. Banned from Fortnite, Lamau. Damn, he remembered to turn. Yeah. We didn't have an outfit yesterday. That was the first day in like 2 or 3 weeks we didn't have an outfit. Yeah. It's actually like totally fine to not turn in this one. In the other outfits, it's like, uh-oh. That's what I said, Cairo, and he won't answer. Not Pog. People broke you, it costs a lot. We didn't have 12 incline. That was the important part. Oh my god. Hi, Logitech. Hi, Smug. Hello, hello. Smug, I saw you playing Gunfire, and I was like, damn, I really want to invite myself to that, but... it was so late. Why bring it up if you don't want to explain it? What do you mean, Cairo? It's juice. It's like the juice special. Juice loves that shit. Halfway there. 90 more seconds. I would love for you to join. I've never played Gunfire Reborn, but a lot of my friends really like it. But it was like 2 or 3 a.m. It's a fun one. Was there an update for Gunfire? A lot of people are playing it suddenly. I think a new character came out. 45 seconds. Not Pog. We're close, we're close, we're close. Logitech reviewed outfit? Which one do you want? Jibby! Okay. 30 seconds. Juice is a bully? Juice hit me a lot. Juice is kind of a bully. 20 seconds. 15. Yeah, last time I played was right after Tiger was released. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0. Ugh. 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 Complain about outfit is what you get? I like Chibi. Chibi's a good one. I just have to change the camera when I do Chibi, which is fine. Dude, they changed the menu. It's throwing me off so much. That's messed up. Look at how fucking small I am compared to my usual. Hi, Lunny. I see it get changed again in the beta. They cannot make a decision. The number of times I press live when I want to select avatars. He's so small. Oh. My shadow looks... Whoa, my fucking legs look weird. My shadow looks weird in the camera. It looks very different to my eyes. Hey, Lonnie, he's also floating. Yeah, there's a lot less space. Okay, so I was floating in the other avatar because I actually have feet in that one. This one I have little fucking nubs. But the other one I have feet that go forward, so they kind of cover the space where my legs aren't touching the ground. If I'm here and I turn like this, flying. There. And then this one might actually be... Oh, I didn't fucking full screen that. Your chat. What are you doing? Okay. Come over here. Into flying. That's kind of in a good spot. No, I want to look small. We'll put it there. But for now, we're gonna leave it there. And I'm gonna go change outfits. What? Hi, Almighty. Thank you for the raid. I really appreciate that. Good job today. Mwah. Oh, I got... My head's so fucking big in this little chibi avatar. Mwah. I got too close and you saw inside. Kick him? All because I need to add the store in the main menu because everybody uses it. Yeah, no. That's not the only reason. And still no one does it all morning, Yulind. Hi, Techno. Hey, hope you're having fun. I am. We just got through our morning stretches. We're about to start walking. I know, Ushio. I need to change my trackers. I'm gonna hide behind this thing here. Ugh. We saw inside and there's nothing there. Listen. Just like Discord submissions. Where can I disable them? Oh, thank you for the follow as well. Ugh. Oh my god, beach day is gonna be tomorrow. We are going to have a beach day. Where the fuck is... Oh, God. The menu keeps fucking with me. Okay. I'm back. Remember when Discord sold games? I tagged on LML. I don't remember them selling games. Let's get walking. Let's get walking. Put this here, this here. Grab this. Grab that. We're walking through Zangar Marsh today. Change that there. Yes. I have Wi-Fi. Start manual. Treadmill? What the heck? What the hell just happened? Did my treadmill just die? No fucking way. No fucking... Okay. Okay. I think I just tripped the breaker with my treadmill. Oh, I don't even know which one to touch here. Not one of these, right? Everything looks on. You forgot? You got a damn tab like there's store in Nitro? No allow? Remember when Discord had exclusive games? I kinda do. They sold games for all of 9 months in a year. Imagine the Moogle on this outfit. Imagine Pom Pom, you could pick him up, buy it like Pim. Oh no. This is not pographic. Don't pay attention to those either. Here's going to end stream watch. He's hitting his PC breaker. I try to. Fujimoto confirms that power from CSM was inspired by Eric Cartman. Good lord, I am not surprised. Okay. I'm not entirely sure what to do. My treadmill seems like it just doesn't have power right now. So I'm like, what the heck? I unplug it and plug it back in. Does that do anything? No. I really don't get the other treadmill. Okay, how can I test this? Because I want to test if it's the treadmill or if it's the outlet. I thought of a way to test it. I can take this, one of my chargers, and plug this in. Okay, so it is the treadmill. The cable has power. I plug the cable in and that works. Which means, uh-oh, that might be a more difficult fix. Yeah. Power Power from CSM? Remind me who Power is in CSM? I'm forgetting. I'm forgetting what CSM is. And then I'm like, wait, Power. I'm not surprised Hokai Fujimoto does like women who belittles him. Oh, Chainsaw Man. Wait, Power was from inspired by Cartman? That's wild. Hi, noob. Try something else in the socket. The treadmill might have a fuse. There's probably a tiny little breaker on the treadmill next to the cord. She's the gremlin chick with horns. Chainsaw Man, the blood gremlin girl, Fujimoto's wild. No, there is a, I fucking hate this. I'm gonna take the headset off for a moment. I will... Well, I have to mute for this. Okay. So here's the status. The treadmill isn't doing anything. And so there's a little power button on the back. That's not like resetting it in any way. So I think to fix it, I like literally have to open up the internals and see if I can flip stuff in there. I'm actually really worried about this, guys. I went and hooked up the backup treadmill. I have the desk treadmill. I guess incline is off today. I guess that's my today stuff, is figuring that out. Drink. Ugh. Going to be okay, Yulind? It's just so fucking annoying, dude. Good thing you didn't have plans for today. I did have plans for today. There's probably a little breaker on the treadmill next to the cord. The treadmill might have fuse. She's a gremlin chick. Chainsaw Man, the blood gremlin girl. Fujimoto's wild. Bye-bye. Chainsaw Man is haha quirky and weird, but if you read Fire Punch, you'll be like, wow, man is on some good shit while writing this. Oh, the hot one actually wild. You don't think so? Wait, don't think so what? Rip Treadmill 2001 to 2017. What are those dates, huh? I'm 3.3 points away from Mooglin. What's up? It's gonna be okay. Good thing you didn't have plans for today. No nap today. We're napping today. What? Well, warranty time since it is new. I guess so, but fuck, man. Yeah, that makes sense. No, don't. I gotta redo this thing. Okay. Wait, what? Oh, god damn it. I keep fucking up with... Okay. Maybe if I close that. There. Open this. I love Scuff. I love Scuff so much. Hi, Stalking. Yuli and really cute avatar. Nice, hello. We're dealing with stuff stalking. We're dealing with a lot of just scuff happening, and I'm trying to not freak out about it. Oh. Can I do it from here? I need to be off this. Wait. Is this... Ow. Maybe it is the cord. Because this isn't working now either. Okay, okay. Okay. I'm gonna try one thing. Oh, God. I guess I'm doing more troubleshooting. Because this isn't turning on from that socket. But... Okay, guys, check this out. We have a socket in my room that is specifically not GFI. It is like, you know, the full wattage of a standard circuit. I have an extension cord running from that to the main treadmill. When I started walking on the treadmill, it just put no power. I unplugged the treadmill. The extension cord going from that socket, going to one of the little like charging cables works. And so extension cable from the wall going to the charging cable going into my right hand, the right hand turned an orange light on. So there's power going through it. I was like, okay, this thing works. It's the treadmill. But I just took the cable and plugged it into the second treadmill, and that's not getting power. So I'm like, wait a minute. Maybe it is the cable, or... I don't know. I'm gonna go run an extension cable to one of the sockets out there, and we'll get walking. Be right back. Oh, you can still hear me. I need to... Doesn't matter if I mute in VR chat. I have to mute here. I am gonna fucking stab somebody. I have the treadmill on. I have the backup treadmill on. The main treadmill is still... Okay. I'm just gonna get walking. I'm just gonna get walking. And then I'll talk about it. Where am I? Where the hell am I? How did I get all the way over there? Okay. Okay. Hi, Ryan. Hi, Media. Laughs in Electrician. Hi, Measter. It's not funny! It's not funny! Okay. Okay. We're walking. We're actually walking. It is a no incline day. But that's fine. Okay. So here's all what just happened. Hi, Disney Gator. Let me... Oh, god damn it, Matthews. I'm putting that off till tomorrow until I can, like, fix the channel. I literally just can't do incline today. A warranty time since. I can't believe Yulind has to pull an all-nighter because Final Fantasy 18 is coming out. Poor Yulind. Yuli, and really cute avatar, nice. No incline, oh, what a shame. Gifted 12 months of tier 1 sub to stalking. God. Uh-oh. Yeah, that happens to me a lot. Good luck with it. Oh my god. The road really doesn't want you walking today. Thank you for the gift. How long the cord? I don't know, like 200 feet? I have my white cord extension cable that's always out. That is like 10 feet. And then I just grabbed like an outdoor orange extension cord. You know, one of those really long ones. That sounds like the outlet not being able to deliver enough power. Running extension cable for permanent equipment is a no-no. Even if it's like 10 feet? Laughs an electrician. Where Yulind? He died. He died. Can confirm. Cairo finally killed him. Cries. Hi, Media. Hi. Oh god, Yulind cries. Steppies. Hey, now this is the time you usually start walking anyway. God damn it. God damn it. Hi, Leon. Poor sweeter, you having a bad morning? I'm having a great morning. The scuff is a little bit, like, fucking annoying, but I'll probably manage. Oh, lordy, he be walking. Ant's got a screen of you getting water last night. I'm not surprised. Well, also make sure you disconnect everything after the walk, mister. 3,000 homes here in the US burned down due to extension cables. I'm pulling the safety guy card. Okay, here's the thing, Cairo. It's just an extension cord that goes from one outlet to one device. Is that really that bad? 200 feet, Jesus. Yeah, Gana, have you ever seen like one of those orange extension cables that's like... It's literally for like outdoor stuff that's just meant to be like fucking hardy and really long? Having worked in construction... Extension cords are for everything all the time. Don't listen to Cairo. I'm giving you a citation. Yeah, but I don't think I've seen one that long. Here's the thing. I would say it's 100 feet because 200 sounds fucking obscene. But then, like, I have other 100-foot cables that are shorter than this. So I'm like, it's got to be longer. Maybe 150 or... I'm ballparking 200. Hi, Kayla. Okay, so here's what happened. The treadmill started going, and it just turned off. I had power to the treadmill. It was the treadmill pulling power that killed something, a fuse somewhere. Because I had selected, wake up my machine, start walk, no, I don't have Wi-Fi, and then, like, the moment the tread would have started moving, that's when it gave out. Take care of the cords and do the proper care to make sure things don't overheat, you're fine. Well, so here's the thing. The cable literally just goes into the wall, around a corner of my room, and into the treadmill. Like, that's it. That's the only distance it does. Bitch, try and scared of your citation. Anything that used to be an electrical inspector does the same shit. Make sure the gauge of the extension cord is the same or smaller number than your treadmill cord. You're good. The gauge of the extension cord? I don't even know what that means. Construction is a magical place. The main treadmill gave out. I tried clicking the button on the back of the treadmill. You know, the on and off switch for it, and that was doing nothing. Gauge is size. I get the backup treadmill. That one cannot plug into the white extension cord into the outlet over there. And so I ran and grabbed the orange extension cord, ran that to an outlet out in the basement, plugged that one into the main treadmill, and that one isn't turning on. It is probably in the off position right now that I think about it, because I was flipping it back and forth, and 50-50 chance it's actually on or off. I didn't think of that. Then I plugged it into the backup treadmill, and it has power and it's working. So, that is, gauge is the size of the wires in the cord. The smaller the number, the bigger it is, and more electricity it can handle. I would be shocked if they're different sizes. But I suppose I can check that. Where would you see that? Is that just like a tag on the treadmill? Or on the cable? Also, being at this exact spot in the room, I think every now and then my cable that's dangling behind me gets in the way of my waist treadmill. No, it should be... Oh, I know what it is. I have a base station there, but it's a little far. I have a base station there, and I have a base station there. So I'm kind of close to the corner of my room that doesn't have a base station for my headset. Every now and then it's losing tracking. I need a drink. I need a drink. Should be printed on the cable itself. It'll say like AWG, where the number is the gauge size. Okay. I am going to write that down right now. Cable gauge size should match. Okay. Does America have 15 amp plugs too? I think we have 20. And it's if it's a GFI switch, it'll be a 15. I remember the numbers 15 and 20. It'll be molded into the cord every couple of feet in very small font. It'll be like 18 to 3 AWG. 18 is gauge, 3 is the number of wires. Okay. Gauge is a funny thing. Numbering size is reverse order. Bigger the number, the smaller it is. Smaller the larger. Works like so many, but for not all cases. It's a Leon. Oh, hi, Leon. Basically, you want the extension cord to have bigger wires. There's less electrical decay along the length. Bigger wire allows more amps, so you get the correct amount of volts all the way along the cord. Hold on. Basically, you want the extension cord to have bigger wires, so that would be smaller numbers. There's less electrical decay along the length. A bigger wire allows more amps, so you get the correct amount of volts all the way along the cord. So you want smaller numbers with bigger... Okay. I don't really care about electrical decay, though, because it's only a 10-foot cable. It's not like a really long one. GFCI? Ground fault circuit interrupt. Okay. Anna Kayla, I'm lurking and playing VOTV today. So about that election. I've been playing near. So the thing about Mamdani is that his whole thing on the 10-foot, it shouldn't really make a difference. Yeah. With Mamdani, billionaires and rich people really don't like him. Because his whole thing is housing. He wants people to be able to afford housing. That's real estate. Real estate is like hands down the most profitable. Well, it might not be the most profitable market, but real estate is such a insanely profitable market that people don't want him fucking it up. And it's more than just housing, it bleeds into everything. Affordable housing, how dare he? Here's an example. The big thing with housing is the main thing he wants to do is implement rent freezes on eligible apartments. Yeah. Bought Automata. Runs like a dream. Hell yeah, Kayla. Like it's not even that big. When COVID happened, a lot of people were assigned to work from home employment. And a lot of people discovered, hey, I can do my job just as well, if not better, from home. This is great. Overall, the average, some people worked better at home, some people worked not as well. Some jobs were better to work at home because it allowed you, more focus and not dealing with the office around you. And some jobs, they struggled a little bit from home. Overall, not much difference working from home from at the office for a lot of people. So people are really hoping, hey, because I just proved that I can work from home, my life will be a lot better if I can stay working from home. So I want to keep doing this. But it was like, absolutely no way. You got to get back to the office. We still see like companies trying to force all their employees back to the office now. And every company is trying to get, bring people back. And it's just like, why? Why are we, trying to get people back when, it just sucks? And it's because a large portion of the economy is built around people going to the office, right? You might be better off staying at home. But there were businesses that were built on the dependency of you driving a car and going to work. Well, that's the money in the car economy. That's the money in gas. You getting a coffee on your way to work. There's businesses that are dependent on people going to work and buying a coffee there in the morning. And if everybody's working from home, those businesses go under. Being at the office, that company that you worked at rents an office. And if they don't need to rent that office, then the company that owns that building and rents it out, they're suddenly out of buyers, right? It's a web network. Isn't Starbucks literally failing post-COVID? I'm not sure on that one. Imagine a food web. Imagine the literal topology of the food network and food pyramid. And then you take out the fucking krill, right? You take out the krill and it's like, oh, all of the fish, all of the whales, all of the things that depended on that, they're not getting their food. All the things that ate those, they're not getting food. People commuting to work is essentially a keystone species. And a lot of things fall apart without that. Now, I'm kind of the opinion of good, let them fail. If a business is built on an unnecessary middleman, it's not necessary, and I don't really care if it fails. But for a lot of people that own these businesses, have invested a lot in these businesses, hi, Shion, that's not an option. So, even though for us, it's often better to do work from home and not go to an office, a lot of companies, a lot of investors are like, abso-fucking-lutely not. And they'll come up with any bullshit reason or excuse to prove why that can't happen. Right? You see news articles like this all the time that are like, you might think you like work from home, but actually it's not good for you because these bullshit made up reasons. It's just like shit like that, right? It's kind of the same thing with Mumdani and rent and housing and affordability. There's a lot of things that have been built up together in a system that investors have put money into and time into, and affordable housing threatens them. A big one of these is, we talked about this earlier this year, there are websites, there are companies that have started basically, what's the word? They're basically working together to have rent be super high. Corporations shouldn't own housing. Oh, 100%. But like, there's a few companies in particular who, they discovered some of the most predatory bullshit with housing. And they're getting sued for it now. They're getting in trouble for it now, but it's not soon enough. But basically, imagine you have two apartments. Apartment 1, it rents for $1,000 a month. Apartment 2 also rents for $1,000 a month. And let's say these are in New York, fairly affordable. That's extremely affordable, actually. And making $1,000 a month, those two rent owners would profit. Not much, but they would profit. But this company comes along and goes, hey, don't price it at $1,000. Price it at $2,400. It will be open half the year. You only have a tenant in there 6 months because, that's a really steep price for people to afford. But if you have people there 6 months of the year, you'll be making more money than you would have had a tenant there every month of the year at $1,000. And so, if one person does that, there's no profit, right? Because nobody's ever going to pay for the $2,400 if there's other options next door for $1,000. But this company, they work with everybody. If everybody does it, if both of those apartments, instead of being $1,000, are $2,400, it's not like you can go pick the cheaper one. You have to pick one of them. And so, these companies have basically been trying to get everybody in line, trying to get everybody to price this way. And that in and of itself is illegal. You're not allowed to because that's the most anti-capitalism thing possible. I'm forgetting what the word is. You're not allowed to you're not supposed to have a monopoly, but also if there's competition, you're not supposed to be working with your competition to have these crazy high prices. Also, my Chatterino just closed. Now, did it close or okay? I closed the access overlay. Collusion? I think it's collusion. Collusion is pretty illegal. Cartel. Hi, Kafir. You weren't allowed to do market manipulation. I think that's the more accurate term. Here's where it gets even shadier. A lot of these fucking companies that are manipulating the market, they start strong-arming and threatening and burying the people that don't work with them. Let's say there's 3 apartments, right? All 3 go for $1,000. This company comes in and they're like, hey, work through us. We will set the prices and, things and advertise your rent. And we'll list it for $2,400 a month. You won't have a tenant all the time, but 6 months of the year you will, and you'll make more money. And the 3rd apartment is that's collusion. That's market manipulation. I'm not going to do that. Well, what does the company do? They suppress that house in every way they could. They offer a lot of advertising for the houses around it. And let's say let's say you want to list that apartment with a real estate agency. Well, your house is blacklisted with all those real estate agents because all those real estate agencies work with this company that is trying to manipulate the market. It makes it so that nobody will work with you. They make it so that nobody will work with you. Contractors, agencies, like it's just you're blacklisted unless you play by the rules. And so it's like a lot of companies have been getting in trouble for this. I think in Arizona was a big place they were doing this. It was like a lot of major cities in the US were like, hey, this is just like straight up what's going on and this fucking sucks. Cartels literally what that is called. When independent companies get together to manipulate a market. There's stuff like that. So New York, shocker, probably has a lot of that going on. And Mamdani is like, yeah, that's fucking bullshit, and we're gonna deal with this. And they're like, whoa, 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 whoa. We don't like this guy. Whoa. They see any change to their model as an extreme threat. Yulind has a cute face. Who is the wise guy? Who gave us the Chibi cutie? Logitech gave it to us today. I like Chibi. Chibi's fun. Control and failure of buildings for fairness. Isn't service literally failing post-COVID? Introvert works better at home. The company wants the introvert to go back to work. Yeah, there are a few Starbucks who aren't doing so well post-COVID. I think you're referring to trophic hierarchies instead of a food web. Okay. Yulind Wave, Pat, Hi Leon Corporation shouldn't own housing. How our world was built fails if you make it better and actually better. So if you try to improve the common man, they will try to wear it down and plain gaslight you. They will not let any of this happen. They will die on this hill. Use of loopholes in co-op price hike, collusion. You know how to do market manipulation. Cartel. Chibi Yulind walking 1 Chibi mile equals 10 miles on those cute little legs. Cartel is literally what this is called. Independent companies put together to manipulate a market. Not the real rules, their rules, the bullshit ones. This world is perfect for Yulind height. Word on the streets, did Cheney die? Dick Cheney died. I do have that in my notes. Dick Cheney has passed away. I think he was 81. Combination of pneumonia and like some other things. Wait, that means it's a mini star? Nope. It is a mini Nomasu. I hate life sometimes. Palpatine died. Let's go. Reminds me of the Nestle formula nurses. They go to places, give out formula saying that's better than breast milk. Just long enough for them to become dependent on them. Because they no longer make breast milk. Yeah. Damn, those two having the same model. It's a really good model that came out and a few people use it. I think Scriggles really likes it too. Also, corporation housing only works in countries that understand the human who lives and works on their time, their own person, like Japan. Japan is the best corporate living concept. I have 2 friends who work and live in Japan for companies that offer homes and they love it. I'm not saying I doubt you, but I think most people are very aware that one of the very few places worse than the US for work-life balance is Japan. And so, like, you know, corporate housing, maybe they do it in a good way. I don't know. Corporate housing is always really scary. Here in the US, it's never gone well. In the US, we have had corporate towns, which is basically like, imagine the factory owns the town. They own all the businesses in the town. And like, instead of working for money, you work for company credits that you can redeem for like goods and services in the town. You need to buy groceries. Well, you buy those with your Home Depot bucks from working at Home Depot. You need to buy maintenance for your car. You spend your Home Depot bucks. And it means it's very insular. You can only spend money on stuff there. You can't go use your Home Depot bucks on anywhere else, and you get very stuck in that town. And like a corporate town, having your life utilities and your basic human needs connected to your company is a very dangerous thing. No, not shockingly. Jeff Bezos wants to recreate these. We have a long history of like work towns being horrendous and awful. And Jeff Bezos in the last year or two has been like, hey, so we want to create some Amazon towns. And everybody's like, no, God, no. It is cute, Hanyamasu. It's highly balanced out by the god-awful work ethics and practices. Don't need to worry about your house when you never leave work. Japan is at least showing they can improve. The reason it fails is the company sees the employees as their personal meat humans. Did people just forget about Appalachia and the Rust Belt? Well, they didn't even know about it, Cairo. We keep taking stuff out of textbooks that we don't want people to know. It's a company credit. Used before, control used. These are thankfully illegal unless you can exchange it 1-to-1 into USD. Yeah. That's how Disney got away with having Disney money. Yes. It's crazy just how much stuff is like, hey, this is really bad and we shouldn't ever do that. And then like not even 50 years later, people are like, nope, let's do it again. It's like, this happened in your lifetime, dude. This happened in your fucking lifetime, man. This isn't like, oh, you forgot history. It's like, you were there. Hi, Comey. It'll work this time. Forgot the second quote. Seems every 50 to 100 years, people forget the lessons of history. So yes. That is why, Trogdor, there's a lot of people that fucking hate Mamdani. But the common man is like, this is a pretty hard argument to, like, make me dislike. I'm paying $2,500 in rent, and I'd like to pay $1,000 in rent. Well, if it's so bad, why did it work for your ancestors? Didn't work last time, it'll surely work the second time. Squeeze the Cairo, squeeze him hard. I hope Kuro has a good day at office work job. I think you meant Cairo there, but... And have the relearn the hard way, BRB treadmill. Mamdani is the New York mayor candidate? Yes. Yes, he is. Democratic Party. People keep trying to smear him with, like, just anything they can. And it's like, this is a nothing burger? What are you talking about? Oh, it's not on local. Wow, I love the Moogle. Hi, Pixel. Nope, nope. Right. I actually kind of like that, where you can see my whole feet. Anchor local. But I wanted to move at this angle here so that people could run up without being seen. Hi, Pixel. 60 consecutive. Sounds like corporate interest wanting to not allow change. The worst they got is he calls an old lady auntie, and he ate at a mid-price sushi joint with his wife. It's crazy. Smear effort in this case will backfire. Thanks for the education. Yes, I meant Cairo, but autocorrect said no. The smear effort on Mamdani has been like, they have fucking nothing to work with. They keep trying, but like, they just have nothing. Ring Racers 2.4 released earlier. The update is huge. Should be Yulind walking over the hills and through the mushroom woods to Cairo's house he goes. What are you at? 1.2 already? Oh my god, that went so fast. I don't know. You guys know my stance on housing. I think basic housing should be provided. The fucking apartment complexes where it's just like everybody gets a room, nobody on the streets. It's literally cheaper to do that than to have homeless people. So like anybody that says you can't just give them free housing is like, okay, then you're spending money to keep them homeless. That's cruel and mean of you. New York City voters are fed up and will defy those up to this. I'm going to watch some paranormal shows in Popcorn Palace. I'll see you in Manamasa later. Bye, Comey. Just giving the voters more reason to back him. Those are your corpo jackasses are out of touch with reality. You say that, Kayla? But, like, you are putting a lot of faith in the common man. You are vastly... Hi, Octomage. You are vastly underestimating median propaganda. There's a lot of people that just, you know, they don't know as much about Mamdani as we do. They're not as terminally online as we are. They have like one source of news, and it tells them he's bad. No one is immune to propaganda. This thing, true. Even us, we are very much influenced by it. Everyone gets hit by something. Yulind wants Judge Dredd style housing. If that's how they do it in Judge Dredd, yes. I'm very unfamiliar with Judge Dredd. Other than the guy with the gun goes, I am the law, and starts blasting people. Hi, Comey. No one's immune to propaganda. Aren't you the common man? Yes and no. Like, yes, I am the common man. But also, like, I'm terminally online, so I'm typically more in the know than the common man. And the big thing with American propaganda, it's so normalized you can easily miss it. To keep the flame of hope, I'm only influenced by memes. Common man is a fickle thing. Because, oh boy, they get hit with the big media stick like they should be, like they owned money for breathing. Dead or alive, you're coming with me. It's, I don't know. I feel like every person looks at themselves as not the common man. I don't think of myself as the common man. I don't think of myself as like the average American opinion. But like very much, I probably do fit into, you know, common American metric. There's some things I don't, right? Like you look at my employment and it's very oddball. It's very like, oh, most people aren't doing something like that. That's kind of weird. But like, there's no real outlier that makes me above and more enlightened than most people. You're expecting me to chew on a diamond and see as it is worth, but in reality, humanity, there are common intelligence. You know, I wouldn't block being told it's meat, just some high quality meat. See myself as common. I would say less. I don't typically like that analogy, Leon. What I think is more accurate is that, like, everybody's hungry. Everybody, like, needs food. And all of the food is controlled by, like, certain individuals that have more than enough for themselves. And while there's enough for everybody, hi, Dark Pikachu, it's important to make it so that the common man just doesn't get quite enough. It's, I don't have like a good analogy to throw at it, but I wouldn't say that the issue is people are chewing on diamonds and they don't know it's worth. It's more like, it's more like the means around them, what they have to eat around them is just so controlled. If all else fails, we can take a page on the Soviets and make these awful but better than nothing. Khrushchevska's, aka commie blocks. You know, is it justified to crash out? Sony boops me in VR chat, so I join them to nuke their instance with my presence? No. What? Can't you just turn boops off? I see myself as just another cog in the great machine. Aware of the true nature of it, but still another gear out of millions. Cairo Stimkey. Why did it beep? Why did it beep? Hi, Friday Fables. Hi, Yuli. What if we cuddled under the Sporgar mushroom houses? Dude, I didn't like this zone as a kid. I thought, Zangar Marsh was, like, really stinky and lame. And I look at it now and I'm like, dude, this zone was fucking awesome. I can't think of another game that's done, like, a giant mushroom forest with, like, literal fucking tree houses in the giant mushroom trees. Edie Rowe with a cute face. Shake! It's about the principal. How'd you not like this zone? This is the coolest BC zone? I don't know, I just didn't like it as a kid. I was like, ew, swamp stinky. Oh, you know what it was? I was a druid, and all of the insects and the spore bats, they put moonfire on you. So I was a druid that couldn't stealth between fights because they were literally turning off my stealth. So I was like, this whole fucking zone sucks because it's so hard for me to level. Touch the tail. If there was any area in Burning Crusade I'd want to live in, oh, it wouldn't be this zone. It is still a swamp. It is still a fucking marsh with giant mosquitoes. The main issue is people are given the equivalent of war rations, because you can't buy barely anything because your rent is like 70%. You gotta improvise constantly. I like that it's blue. Mario franchise also has mushroom forests and mushroom houses. Yulind flower. The Grand is the only choice. Pick up the chibi and carry. Nagrand really is just the only nice. There's some nice areas of Blade's Edge Mountains. There's a few pockets in Blade's Edge that are nice. I would not be against living in those pockets, but the majority of Blade's Edge kind of fucking sucks. Blade's Edge is literally the work is the poop no more zone. What? What are you talking about? Work is the poop no more. I think of that with Hellfire Citadel. I think of that with Shadow Moon. I kind of think of that with Netherstorm. Terracar Forest actually wouldn't be that bad. Terracar Forest is also... that'd be decent to live in. Any map with rain wins for me. Healing. You know what concept I understand now? No, that's very vague. Hellfire Citadel. This is like a 0 of 10. A 1 of 10. Genuinely an awful place to live. There's like no water, no plant life. It's literally just barren dust and dirt. Half of it's on fire. You're really close to a big fucking citadel in the middle of it that's just pouring out demons and demon blood orcs. This zone would be like one of the most awful places to live. Zangar Marsh, while very pretty, keep in mind it has literal motorcycle-sized mosquitoes. That in and of itself is like a -3. But, you know, by weather, by, you know, water availability, Zangar Marsh is probably not super bad. Maybe 6, maybe 7. Terracar Forest. Terracar Forest is... and we're excluding the inhabitants. Well, I guess I can't exclude the inhabitants because we're talking about Hellfire Citadel. Terracar Forest has worse inhabitants than Zangar Marsh. It has a lot of Arakoa, which want to stab you. And it has a lot of undead that want to stab you. There's a big portion of Terracar that sucks, but overall, I'd say it's about the same as Anger Marsh. Maybe like one higher, because it's not a marsh. There's some nice areas to live in Terracar Forest. And overall, it does have Shatrath, which is probably the safest place to live in all of Outlands. So Terracar Forest might be the choice to go to. Nagrand aesthetically is like really nice. That's probably where most people would want to be. It does have a lot of demons. It does have a lot of ogres. I don't know. Nagrand would be pretty great. That's like a 7 or 8. Blades Edge Mountains. There's nice parts of Blades Edge. I think the nice parts are like 6 or 7. And the bad parts are like 1 to 2. But there's some foresty areas in Blades Edge that I think would be pretty nice. Equivalent to Terracar. Netherstorm and Shadowmoon, exactly like Hellfire Citadel. These are 0 or 1. These are awful places to live. No water availability. Well, I guess there's the Ecodomes in Netherstorm. That puts it up at a 3. But otherwise, those two are horrible places to live. Imor, ISO'd from the Cruel System. It'll map it out in detail in a way. Shame if that were used to undermine the slumlords. Parts that are propped up by bullshit. You know what concept I finally understand? I get very antsy. I get very angsty, Leon, when people are super vague. So when someone's like, hey, guess what? Do you want to understand the thing I'm thinking of? I'm like, nope. You can tell me if you want to. But I get very angsty when people word things like that. Dang. The marsh has the Fallout 4 blood bugs. Did you really just make a 6-7 joke? No. I just said numbers because 7 is right next to 6. You thought that was a 6-7 joke? You might be cooked, Cairo. I'd love here, to be honest. Oh my goodness. Hi, Raiders. Cairo's cooked. Hi, Vol. Oh, what did I just hit? Oh, I hit my ceiling. Hi, Volva. I'm having so much scuff today. I'm on my backup treadmill because I blew a fuse on my main treadmill. Hi, Raiders. Cairo's cooked. Hi, Penguin Starborn Fofarade. Hi, Tazuto. Hi, Fofa. Where's my camera? Where's my camera? Thank you for the raid. I hope you had fun with, it was No Man's Sky, right? I was lurking while I was looking up my news stories for the morning. Hope you had fun playing that. And good job today. I really appreciate it. Yep, No Man's Sky. His boy sweat clogged the machine again. Don't say it like that. Hi, Fenorio. Bofa's been grinding No Man's Sky. Oh. I don't think there's any game that has like had a worse launch and then turned it around and made their game like great. Hi, Broily. Like Cyberpunk, you know, they get that a bit, but No Man's Sky, it's literally just like mostly positive ratings, and it had such a rough launch. Got some eep on the bus and almost arrived to destination. Lost track of time, so I have to run and make lunch. Bye. Go make lunch. Don't let me keep you. Hello, cute, adorable, fluffy, Yulind. Hi. Okay, I'm going back to Nier Automata now. Bye-bye, Leon is cute. And Yulind Stiggy, what the heck? I didn't do anything. I need a drink. I agree also. if there's any one place in World of Warcraft I would want to live, it's definitely nowhere in Outland. Because even the best areas in Outland are like a dead husk and very like not nice to live in. Like Nagrand they show in one of the BFA cinematics, and it's all like withered. At least you can abbreviate No Man's Sky. Well, I also had previous knowledge. I had her stream up. You know how I'm always lurking in 3 streams air? Bofa was one of them. So now I have a stream of myself. We'll open this one. Today's Tuesday, right? Today's a Tuesday? A lot of my weekly things have been on like hiatus, so it's like I'm having trouble keeping track of the days. Hi, Krahazik. Oh, so you ended up with your own stream on another tab? Hee. Yeah. So I had 3 friends up, and Fofa was one of them, and so now I just have my own stream on. It's like, wait a minute, I can't get channel points here. I gotta go put a different one. Yulind turned into chibi chubby type, I guess. Chubby? What do you mean chubby? People who collect shoes and keep their shoes clean was an odd concept before I bought a pair of Converse. I'm now keeping them clean every time I go outside. Thank you for the follow. Leon, I wore Vans growing up. I wore gray Vans that you couldn't see if dirt was on them. So the idea of keeping shoes clean was just like, why? And then I remember in high school, my senior year, I'm like 17. I got a pair of Converse. And I was like, yo, I got popular kid shoes. These things are so cool. These things don't feel good on my feet like the big fluffy Vans did, but like they look cool, so it's worth it. And then I got a big old grass stain on one of the like white toe parts on the right foot. And I remember just sitting there for like 10 minutes trying to like buff it out with a finger. And I was like, oh, this is, I get taking care of your shoes now. Phones are meant to be trashed. Long WoW maintenance day? You hate to see it. Wait, actually, yeah. They had really long maintenance for the last time they did Lemix stuff. Why do they keep needing super long maintenance for this? This guy had a rough launch, but it's good now. Compared to Cyberpunk, had a rough launch, but it's good now. They're both good now. Cyberpunk still has issues. No Man's Sky, I mean, I've heard people describe it as like a perfect game. That's why they are skate shoes. There are plenty of cool places to live in Warcraft. I'd love to live in Strathholm, Dalaran, Theramore, Darnassus, Lordaeron, Nomorion, etc. You know? You just listed every place that gets fucking destroyed. Vans? Damn, Yulind, back at it again with the white Vans. Converse was the rich kid shoes growing up. Was it really? Actually, I might just live in 14 instead. Hi, Ronmu. Add the 2077. Cyberpunk still hasn't delivered a lot of originally promised content. No Man's Sky has delivered everything and more. Okay. In Kalimdor, where would be the best place to live? And we're excluding cities. We're excluding like Stormwind, Darnassus, Orgrimmar. Ashara would be pretty nice. Well, hold on, there's goblins there now. Ashara used to be nice. Maybe Ashenvale? Hi, Lucy Black. Middle of the ocean. Hell no. I have a phobia of drowning, so hell no. Veralis wouldn't be that bad. You stay away from the ogres. Redbridge Mountains honestly doesn't look that bad. Redbridge Mountains could be pretty chill. In Eastern Kingdoms, Red Ridge Mountains. Did I say Red Ridge Mountains in Kalimdor? I meant Stone Town. Just live on the turtle. The turtle is probably the best place in all of World of Warcraft to live. The turtle is probably like the safest, you are away from problems location possible. There's Red Ridge. Hinterlands wouldn't be too well, there's trolls there. Burning Crusade, we talked about that one. Wrath of the Lich King. It's so hard because you also got to talk about the enemies. And every zone just has bad enemies, right? If you're not talking about enemies, Grizzly Hills is pretty fucking nice. Not been in WoW in forever. Hi. The Converse I have, I want to keep as non-trash as I can, because they have the same color palette as my fave superhero. Save Yulind if they go swim. World of Warcraft seems kind of miserable to live in, to be honest. Like, you can just have a giant man appear in the sky and pierce the entire country with a sword. Hi, Zacky Lucky. Hello, Shota. I guess technically this does look Shota. It's Chibi! You're supposed to call it Chibi! Yulind is not allowed to go to 5-6 part of the pool. Cataclysm is just all old zones. Mists of Pandaria, I mean the Valley of Four Winds. It's no contest. The Valley of Four Winds is literally like the valley of the food's too big. It's just so nice living here. Aftermath was WoD. Shadowmoon Valley would be really nice to live in WoD. I can sit and fish all day. Shadowmoon Valley is like really fucking nice. The WoD version. Legion. I honestly feel like every zone would be nice. Excluding the enemies. Suramar is nice. Asuna is nice. Val'Sharah is nice. High Mountain is nice. Stormheim is nice. I guess you'd be picking on, like, which one has the least problematic enemies. Which would be... I would say Asuna? We love Nat Pagel. And sit with and fish with Kyra all day. After Legion was BFA. Zandalar, Tierguard Sound, and Stormsong Valley, I think, are all really nice places to live. Those three would be pretty fucking picturesque. After BFA was Shadowlands? Oh, God. I guess Bastion? Ardenwald's a little too wild. Maldraxxus is literally awful. Revendreth, that's a little gnarly. Zandalar, the place, has neighbors with blood cultists? Yes. But we're talking about we're talking about Zuldazar. Zandalar's the island. Zuldazar is the where all the trolls are. Nazmir's the swamp with the blood cultists. But you've got the border patrol, and you know eventually you kind of deal with those cultists. You kind of kill their cult leader and their god. That same problem applies to every other zone, right? Nagrand is right next to fucking Auchindoun. After Shadowlands, War Within, there was the Waking Isles, the Azure Span, the Onaran Plains, the Underdark, Valdrak, and Amirdrasil. These are all honestly kind of nice. I don't know, man. I think WoW is just an L MMO to live in. Oh, I do too. You're not going to be a champion. You're going to be some farmer in Westfall that gets slashed by one of his harvest golems that went haywire. Yeah. Yeah. There's a few nice places to live in WoW. If you're on the turtle, that's pretty fucking great. That's a nice, comfy life. And while every zone has its problems, you know, especially after their story, they wouldn't be that bad. Here's the real thing of comparing WoW to Final Fantasy. Final Fantasy doesn't have zone storylines. They have the overarching story that you go through zones. Every now and then there's a problem in a zone. But for the most part, it's not like, hey, this zone is about to deal with this problem and like face collapse. It's a zone that just has things going on in it. WoW is like every single zone has a story. You get to Zangar Marsh, and it's like, hey, the lakes are being dried up. The Naga are stealing the water. What's happening? Hi, Tabax. Thank you for the follow. What's going on? And, you know, how do we stop this? Also, the Sporagar are moving east. Why is that? The Spore Golems are killing them. Why are those moving east? The Ogres are pushing them out of their territory. Why is that happening? The Ogres are fleeing Nagrand because they've been getting their asses kicked there. There's a lot of, like, problems in Zangar Marsh that you go through the story of this zone to explore and discover and solve. That's just not how Final Fantasy zones work. Dragonflight, I think the nicest zone to live in would be Azure Span. War Within, I think the nicest zone to live in would be... Oh god, it's not even a contest. The Isle of Dorn. The Isle of Dorn is really nice. Hi, Kumi. Ringing Deeps. I wouldn't dislike the Ringing Deeps. I think that'd be nice to live there, but I think the Isle of Dorn is overall more acceptable. Hallowfall, awful. Well, Hallowfall was nice before the Shadow Crystal 5 years ago. Azkahet, genuinely awful. Undermine, that's an awful place. And then Koresh, possibly one of the worst places in all World of Warcraft to live. Final Fantasy zones. A lot of these are just nice, right? In A Realm Reborn, honestly, a lot of the areas in Lenosha and the Black Shroud are just picturesque and chill to live in. Nice mountains near the oceans, or a nice forest, right? Those are pretty great. Jade Forest seems like a good napping place. Jade Forest doesn't seem like that bad of a location. There's some gnarly critters there. The problem with Jade Forest is that it's competing with the Valley of Four Winds. And the Valley of Four Winds is literally the location of... There is blessed water going through the valley, and so all of the fruit grows to 50 times its normal size. Like, they have such a nice life in Valley of the Four Winds that it's like... It's a literal utopia of farmland. Lenosha and Black Shroud, pretty nice living. In Heaven's Ward, there's a lot of nice places. Not the Churning Mist. Not the Sea of Clouds. The Sea of Clouds is really rough because even if you live in your, like, on a specific island, the actual, like, soil is really hard to till. There's a whole botany quest line about, like, trying to get food to grow in the Sea of Clouds, and it's just really difficult. Idleshire seems really nice. Idleshire does seem really nice. It's abandoned and there's a lot of goblins there, but overall not that bad. However you spell. You just spell it wrong intentionally and say like Leedleshire. The Churning Mists. I wouldn't want to live there. It's livable, but it's funny. The Churning Mist is like, oh, this is a bad FF zone and a great WoW zone. Leedleshire. What's wrong with goblins? I think I see who's voting for Cuomo. The problem with the goblins is that they think you're after their shit, so they stab you. The Dravanian Forelands, not that nice. I wouldn't want to live there. Well, it's not bad. But, you know, the Nath. Wow, I'm telling Dore. Coerthus, the Western Coerthus, the snow area. I like snow, but that's really rough to live in. The Genie's Island seems like a good place to live too. Plus you get a genie as a roommate. He's a charming genie too. Wow, I'm telling Dore. I can tell who voted for Cuomo. Stormblood. Zone 1, 2, and 3 suck. Zone 4 and 6 would be pretty nice. Zone 5 would be awful. Shadowbringers. Ooh. Zone 1, really nice. Zone 2 and 3. Zone 2 would be alright. Zone 3, I don't want to live there. Zone 4, nope, 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 absolutely not, nope. Zone 5, I'd be okay with Zone 5. Zone 6, nope, 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 hell no. Like an actual hell no for me, Hobbit. Endwalker. I gotta remember the Endwalker zones. Zone 1, okay, that's pretty nice. Zone 2, it's a weird zone to think about living there, right? Because that zone's not really like a country or like a zone. It's like a thing, a facility. Zone 3, nope, nope. I like snow, but nope. Zone 4, I'd actually live in Zone 4. I'd live in Zone 4, Hobbit, but in the corner, right? In the corner where the people are. I'd be super happy with that. Zone 5. Which one is fucking Zone 5? Bro, I have zero clue which zone is which number, lol. Okay, so Zone 1 and 2 are the ones that you choose at the start. Zone 3 is the, you know, brr, cold. Zone 4 is a yeah. Zone 5 is the woo 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 woo. Hello, ye old fellow. And you know, mask. And Zone 5 is whispers. Zone 6 is whispers. Zone 6, awful. Zone 5, because of the implications, you can't live there. I have zero clue what you're talking about. Dawn Trail. I think all 3 first zones in Dawn Trail would be great to live in. Zone 4? Zone 4 would be okay. I could live there. I think it'd be a little hot. Zone 5? Nope. No, same thing as Zone 4 from Endwalker. It's a nope for the majority of it, but then there's one corner of it that I'm like, actually, this would be really nice. I'd be super down to live there. And then zone 6, nope, 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 that'd suck, nope. Deep sea fishing or river fishing? Bro, I have zero clue. I have zero clue. Give me a safe nutrient storage zone that's always raining. These are cute sounds he's making. I thought that would be enough for Hobbit. Hobbit's not in Dawn Trail yet, if I remember correctly. But you did finish Endwalker, right? Also, I want a drink. You didn't finish Endwalker? Oh. I'm halfway through Endwalker? Did you finish Endwalker and you haven't started post Endwalker? Or like halfway through base Endwalker? I'm halfway through base? Oh. Okay. What a crazy place to, like, stop pushing as much as you were. Is there any zone that's always raining you? There's a zone in Dawn Trail that is constantly raining. It's a literal rainforest. In Endwalker? No. In Shadowbringers, there is one zone where... No. In Stormblood? No. In Heaven's Ward? No. In A Realm Reborn, I think there's a few, like, rainforests where it would rain a lot. They go through like 8+ years of content in less than a month. In WoW, let's see. In WoW, I can't think of a zone in WoW that's very rain themed. I can't think of one that just has constant rain. There would be some zones that are like rainforests where they would get rain often, and when they get rain, it would be fucking like torrential. But there's nothing that's like, yeah, it never stops raining here. That's just something we fucking deal with. There is a zone in WoW that has a cursed rain. There is a small village in WoW that has constant rain on the village that causes depression. And you have to stop the rain from happening. And then cleanse the depression monsters out of all the villagers. But there is a zone, there is a town that's like cursed rain the zone. So it's just England. And the tail Foss goes. Hi Foss, morning gamers. We've been talking about the best places to live in WoW and Final Fantasy. So it's just England, huh? I don't know how to describe it, Foss. I don't know how to describe it. Final Fantasy seems like there's a lot of places that would just be like, if you're the common man, if you're the average Joe, pretty swell place to live. That's not a bad life. Every single location in WoW sucks. Every single place to live. If you're the average guy, it's like, you might die just living here. Boss, I dealt with so much scuff this morning. The main treadmill is not working. The main treadmill is fucking dead. And I'm really hoping it's just like, I don't know. I don't know what it is. What I'm planning to do is open up the treadmill, see if it's a fuse thing. I'm really hoping I can plug it into the extension cord I have now, and it'll work, because the extension cord now goes out to the main basement. I'm really hoping I can just like turn my computer off and then flip the like power fuse for the entire house. Turn it back on and everything works again. Because, man, I hate it when the treadmill doesn't work. And this really wasn't supposed to happen for like 5 fucking years. Funny you're talking about that. Because last time I asked people what they do. They dropped into Knot City and couldn't leave. Set up a canopy hammock in the Jade Forest and live peace above the ground. Night City? I think I remember a little bit of that. I don't know. I'd try to do what I'm doing now. I would try to find a job that has me leaving my apartment as little as possible. Ideally streaming like this. Although if I'm dropped into Night City, I probably wouldn't have, you know, the networking that kind of skyrocketed me here. I wouldn't know anybody. Welcome to Night City. Okay. And people said they just kill themselves rather than live in Night City. I don't fully understand what Night City is. It seems like in the world of Cyberpunk 2077, everything outside of Night City is just a regular normal city. That's like, yeah, it's just a normal place. Technology's great and whatever. And then Night City is like what Republicans tell you Chicago is. Where it's just like, there's a ton of money there, there's a ton of crime there, and you're probably gonna die if you go there. Everything outside of Night City is irradiated to hell from the wars. Every place is bad in Cyberpunk? Oh. I'm gonna be real. The Wasteland. There's other places though, right? Like Night City isn't the singular location in the world that's livable. There's a whole bunch of other places that are like existing, right? Because in one of the DLCs, don't you like get taken to another city and like get a surgery and like get fucked up? There's mega cities like Night City, yeah. There's other places, yeah. Not much in between. Gotcha. One of my biggest gripes is Cyberpunk. Europe is fine, it's just America. They're really screwed up. One of my biggest gripes with Cyberpunk, as a genre, not the game, is that it's supposed to be paired with depression and, like, you know, shitty living conditions and, like, all of the problems with society. And it's like, I kind of want Cyberpunk to be happy for, well, just once, just a few times. And people be like, no. The shitty living conditions and problems with society are the point of Cyberpunk. It's like, yeah, but I want the aesthetic. I don't want the message of it. It's supposed to be paired with transhumanism, but that part gets left out a lot. I see the same thing with mech media. So like Gundam, Mech Assault, all those things. It's always paired with politics. It's always paired in a way that like the mechs represent like nukes and the political discourse between countries. And it's like, that's super cool. That's super interesting. Can we have a few mech anime where that's not there? Cyberpunk and dystopian are part of the same bag. Can't really separate the two. Why not? Why can you... That just doesn't make sense to me. Because to me, like, Cyberpunk is many things. One of those things is an aesthetic. So why can't you have, like, Animal Crossing Cyberpunk? Also, yippee! Zangar Marsh done. How far are we? 3.12? Because the dystopian is what gives it its visual? It literally doesn't have to, though. That just, like, doesn't have to be the case. Walking through Thavnair. This is one of the zones that I was like, it'd be pretty cool to live here. It does, though. It's the punk part of it. I loved this area. I don't know. If cyberpunk to you is somebody with a bunch of cybernetics, but like sitting next to a fucking oil barrel with a fire in it because they're homeless, yes, the dystopian part comes with it. If cyberpunk is just the cybernetics and the technology, I don't think you need the dystopian part at all. I'm on the other side of the room. Can I not look at my phone? You should not look at your phone, Cairo. This is a Endwalker zone. I don't think you'd see that much spoilers if you did. You'd basically see a city that you've already seen if you go hopping around in VR chat. But there's... I don't think it would take away from the story at all to see this location. But should I say, yeah, you probably shouldn't? Yes, I'm supposed to say you're not supposed to see it. It's spoilers. The thing is, there's many kinds of dystopia you can do. Most people just do the gingy grungy mega cities. You look so Paul. You suck, PP. I am small today. Logitech redeemed Chibi. I'm not gonna try to argue on my phone. Too much typing to explain it to you. Yulind entering a cyberpunk city. Them. He's too pastel pink. Quick grunge up the cute pastel boy. Yulind walking into a city. Damn, we don't even have to turn him into a marketable plushie. Hi, Sammy. Chibi Yuli taller than IRL Yuli. What the fuck? No. Chibi Yuli's like 2 feet tall. Sammy. Today is a technical scuff day. I started the treadmill and it died. I don't know if it's a bad cable. I don't know if it's a something with the fuse and it's not delivering enough power. The outlet over there is not powering the treadmill. I have an extension cord going to a different outlet in the basement, and I have the backup treadmill. It would probably work with the main treadmill, but I didn't try that. We're on the backup treadmill today. And I'm like, the conversation last hour has been distracting me, so I haven't been thinking about it. But like, I am a little like, oh god, I hope I can have my main treadmill tomorrow. Did you pop the breaker? No. Everything seems to be good. Like, there's none of the fuses seemed flipped. I did check really quickly, because obviously when I'm streaming, I'm like, I gotta get back to everybody. I can't just leave them AFK for 20 minutes to troubleshoot this. That's the whole point of the backup treadmill. So after my nap, I'm going to be investigating a lot of this stuff. I am hoping I can, like, just fix it instantly and then join Cairo for all his Final Fantasy adventures. But I may have to leave him to his own devices for that. I'll be watching at the very least, but... Because today... Holy shit, what the... 3 people all just joined at once. And I don't think they were, like, hanging out together before they joined. Today is going to be a very big story day, potentially. If you're busy and don't want to miss it, I could do Katamari or something. I'll be, at the very least, watching. I would prefer that you keep going, because I want the momentum. The momentum is like, I demand the momentum. Oh, what the? Did you try plugging in something else? Yes, that's what we're doing now, Sammy. We have it plugged into an extension cord going to the main room in the basement. Hi. You're me-sized.
Meow.
What the? Are you showing off your new spells? You can create multiple? How many can you make?
3.
3? Okay. No, I mean in the outlet. Oh, plugging something else in the outlet? Yes. I come say hello before power go poof. Okay, stalking. Hi. So, okay. The way it went down was I turned on the treadmill. It was like, do you want to wake up your equipment? Yes. Do you want to start a walk? Yes. Do you have Wi-Fi? No. The moment the tread starts moving, it died. And so I tried flipping the switch on the back, nothing's happening. I unplug it, and in the extension cable, I put in one of my hand charging cables. And I plug in my hand, and that turns orange. So it looks like the cable's working. It's getting power. It was charging my hand. Hi, Saris. But the treadmill still wasn't getting power. So I'm like, maybe I need to open this up and like flip a fuse inside the treadmill. I then got the backup treadmill, walked it in, plugged it into the extension cable, and it didn't have power. So then I got a longer extension cable that goes to the basement outside my room. Plug that into the main treadmill, no power. I think that might be the switch by the power cord. I'm really hoping I like just have that switch set off right now. And if I plug it into this orange cable, it would work. I then plug in the backup treadmill to the orange cable going out to the outlet outside, and it's working. So it seems like it's either that outlet or the extension cable from the outlet. And they're providing power, but not the full power? I'm like, what the fuck? This seems inconsistent. Oh my goodness. But yeah, speaking of Final Fantasy, or the treadmill, but we hope it's not that. I really hope it's not the treadmill. But if it is, it should be under warranty. The treadmill is, you know, not even a year old. So if it's like already dying, I can be like, hey, what the heck? Fix this shit. Is it okay to have a goldfish in a bag like that? You're nodding, but I feel like that's debatable. What is going on with this grab bar? Like, shifting. Alright. God, that fucking mouth with those eyes. It's just so smug. She just looks at me and does her. We fought Nidhogg yesterday, Core.
Meow.
Do you remember that fight? It was in post Heavensward, and we were like, Nidhogg's alive again. So we unveiled the mural of like the peace treaty between dragons and Ishgardians, and then Estinian, possessed by Nidhogg, shows up, and he's like, never, and he kills. Well, he tries to kill the dragon. She actually didn't die. We then go fight Hraesvelgir because we're like, hey, fight Nidhogg with us. And he's like, that's my brother. We're like, yeah, but he's being really bad. Hraesvelgir's like, okay, you know what? Come to my dungeon, and if you beat me, I'll fight with you. So we beat him there. We then go to... As soon as Hraesvelgir agrees to fight with us, hi, Keo. Nidhogg is like, I'm gonna kill the Ishgardians. So we go to Ishgard. There's the big anime fight between Hraesvelgir and Nidhogg, where the dragons are like floating in the sky, flying around and shooting lasers at each other. And then we fight Nidhogg. And then it's we save Estinian by pulling the eyeballs off. He's like, kill me, and we're like, no, we love you. That's Core, but it's a cat. Core used to always be a green cat. Then she became a caramel crow.
Meow.
And then we got the eyes off Estinian, and Americ's like, throw them into the abyss! And Cairo didn't have anything to say about that. He was kind of locked in on, are we not giving Hraesvelgir his eyeball back?
Priorities.
And then we met Alize, and we went and did the bird dungeon to go fight the Warriors of Darkness. And they told us about how their realm got covered in light, and they're gonna kill our world to save theirs. And I rescued Cairo into something in the ground, like an explosion in the ground that killed him, because I'm always healing. And it was fucking awesome. And then he magically gets it back 2 cutscenes later. So here's the thing. Either he's doing a little enchantment that's like, it looks like I still have my eye even though I don't, or we just gave it back to him off screen. I think we give it back to him off screen because like we had his eye and it powered us up, but like we're literally like holding Estinian. Well, I guess technically Americ is holding Estinian, and it would have been weird if Hraesvelgir was like, yo, by the way, I'm gonna need that eyeball back. That's like my literal eye. Just, you know, I know there's a mood going on. Everybody's happy that we just beat Nidhogg and the war is over. But, you know, come on, give me my eyeball. Come on. I think it's just he asked for it, you know, off screen. Next time we see him, he's like, hey, by the way, here's this. Today.
Should eat it.
No.
Cairo, eat the eye.
I did make the joke that it would have been really funny if Lalafell Cairo just like sticks it in his cheeks like Ed and Eddie Jawbreaker, and then a fucking Tom and Jerry swallow with the lump just going glomp, bounces in his stomach for a minute.
Oh my goodness.
Today, we deal with the Warriors of Darkness. And then, do you remember the next big, like, Kyra's in chat, so be very vague, but remember the next really big anime cutscene? At the wall that leads into Stormblood? Chat, you guys aren't gonna hear me for a moment.
Oh, yeah, that was crazy.
Oh, the Jobbers 5. I'm really hoping we get to that tonight.
That fucking fight.
Cairo doesn't like the Warriors of Darkness. He keeps calling them the Jobbers 5 and saying they're really lame. And I'm like, what the... Here's a... You wanted to maintain a list of, like, all of the, like, theories you had, right? And as you discover them. This guy wants to keep a tier list of jobbers. Like, we finish an expansion. Okay, who is the biggest jobber here? Who is the biggest loser? A jobber is someone whose job it is to lose. So, like Vegeta in Dragon Ball Z gets his ass kicked, and Goku goes, "Damn, he was strong enough to beat Vegeta? This guy's strong. I want to fight him." The jobber is like the Yamcha death pose of like, this guy just, they lose. It's their job to lose. I believe it is a wrestling term. All the Z fighters are jobbers for Goku. True. In Heaven's Ward, Yazel would be the jobber. Because she's constantly like, I'll handle this. And she transforms into Shiva, and she gets smacked around, and then you actually do the fight. She does it like 2 or 3 times where she's like, I'm gonna step up, and then just... And here's the problem. For post A Realm Reborn, he wants to say Moonbrita is the big jobber. Because she showed up for 3 quests and died. I'm like, what the fuck, man? You can't do that to Moonbrita! She's so cool, she sacrificed herself for us, fuck you!
Oh, I hated Moonbrita. I thought she was dumb as fuck.
Really?
I hated her. I thought she was so stupid. There was no reason for her to sacrifice herself there. It was just like, whatever. I don't know.
That's just cute.
I think it was very premature, right? Like, she could have just waited and we could have figured something else out to start killing Ashians, but for in the moment, and you know, that guy was pretty gnarly. I understand her like, I don't want this guy coming back. I don't think she's a jobber. She sacrificed herself
like
for us.
It just felt like the most forced thing ever, and it just felt stupid and pointless, and I could never take her seriously after it.
They're messed up for that, Core. They're wrong for that. They're going to try and show me like flashbacks about the Warriors of Darkness now that we got the one reveal. I'm still going to be making fun of them the whole time. I'm so sad you're never going to play Final Fantasy 14 again, Core.
No, it's tragic.
Oh no,
I just think that I just feel like the Warriors are... I personally feel like the Warriors of Darkness are like... we're gonna see them again.
What an interesting theory. Opens up spreadsheet of core theories and starts furiously typing. Wait, why not? Why core no play? Final Fantasy XIV is a very big time investment. And her interests have kind of just, I'd say, shifted away from games like that. And also, Cassidy is very much like, we're never playing fucking Final Fantasy XIV. And so, I think it's just, there's a lot of cool things for Core to do. So why do this thing that her girlfriend doesn't really have much interest in when they can do other things? Would you say that's accurate?
I'll probably play it at some point, actually.
Oh. Hell yeah.
Right now I think right now we're playing Arc Raiders though.
Oh yeah.
Arc Raiders is actually really fucking cool.
So I've only heard good things about it. Ganna doesn't like it. Ganna was like, this game's not worth 40. And I was like, really? That's the first time I've heard this. But like, Hobbit? I don't know if you've met Small Hobbit yet. He's like, this game has been out for this many days and I have 30 hours. And it's like, oh my god. Ganna doesn't even have it. I do remember that. I've only been hearing good things about it so far. I've only heard the one person commenting on it negatively.
God, it's so fucking good.
Okay,
It's like...
Hi, Yulind.
Hi, Nick's War.
It's so good. It's like... earlier, so like the extraction is like you press a button on like an elevator that has like four. It's like it's an elevator. It's like popping out of the ground. It has like four entrances, and like there's this guy. There's this dude like there's this we just ran into a couple of other raiders, and we're like, hey, don't shoot, don't shoot, don't shoot.
Yeah.
It's like we start the extraction, this fucking robot like flies in and shoots giant rockets at us, and we always got little pea-shooters. I'm like cowering inside of a building, waiting for the extraction to open out. And it opens up and like it's like I like look back, it's like, and the door starts to close, like, oh fuck. I roll inside, I'm like barely getting inside with the rest of us. It's so fucking good.
That was at the chat in front of me, not somebody in that direction. If Cairo caught up to you, would you be against doing like a once a week collab day of Final Fantasy 14 with them? And you don't have to say yes or no to that now.
Maybe. The thing is, if I start it, I want to try to like marathon through a bunch.
Okay.
Well, instead of doing it weekly.
Okay, so I was proposing the idea of a once-one to kind of just like make it easy to stay consistent with it. But Kyra would absolutely marathon it too.
I cannot do a
once a week. Not with a game like that.
I cannot add another once a week thing because I've got World Top and Ascension and the occasion, and then also Aether. So I can't be adding too many more. I can't be adding too many.
So RP is the problem.
Once a week things. No.
Cairo.
I haven't been streaming many games recently.
I know.
I've been trying to work on maps.
Cairo is very much like they want to marathon it also. They actually I keep telling this joke. Cairo is the type of person who he works 9 to 5. He works very hard. He doesn't typically like things like Minecraft servers where it's a dedicated server always open, because he has a lot of trouble keeping up with the people that just, they can play 16 hours a day, right? He can't play at those times. He can't play that amount.
I like when everyone schedules a time.
I do too. I like it when it's like
when we do our
I very much prefer that style as well. I do not like dedicated servers. This one likes dedicated servers. This one fucking lives on them.
This is so cute.
Thank you. Darian did it.
Wait.
Me.
Can you send the art that Spacefish just did of you to Core? I don't know if Core has seen that.
Okay. Core's like, oh, this is so cute, and Yulind's like, send Core your titties.
Yeah, okay. Well, Core thinks those are cute too.
Titties are cute.
Cairo has trouble keeping up with dedicated servers with people that are like 16 hours a day. But then BF6 comes out, and like he puts 50 hours into it in the first week, and it's like, congratulations, you're ranked 25. 0.03 of the player base has reached this rank, and he's like, uh-oh, wait a minute.
Okay, I gotta go now.
Wait, did you see it? Did you see it?
What?
Not yet.
Here, I'll just send the GIF that she put of them together. Where? That's faster than me sending the 3 images separate. Why are you not showing up on my thing, Tor? Hello?
I just find it really funny, Cairo. I just think that moment of realization of, uh-oh, wait a minute.
Oh, there we go. That Discord froze or something.
But yeah, Arc Raiders is cool. You don't play shooters, but
I don't. But if you streamed it, I'd watch. I'd watch if you streamed it.
I might stream it tonight.
Ooh. Okay.
Oh my. Surprised me.
Isn't it great though?
That's pretty good.
Have a good one. I hope work goes fast.
Bye-bye.
She jobbed
Wait, there
for
we go.
all 3 chapters. Baddest design and lasts less than an hour 3 quests. Wait, why not? Why core no play? Well, for can do things without casting, no. She can. It's just Final Fantasy XIV is such a huge time investment. It's less Cassidy and more Core's time commitment. The reason I said like, oh, so RP is a problem is because Core listed off like 3 weekly RPs that she's a part of. And that makes it very difficult to like have time for other things. Core does work, you know, a 9 to 5 job, although I don't think those are the hours. I think it's more like 12 to 8 or something. No, because she gets home, she's just Pacific, so it feels like really late. But then it's also, you know, has a lot of commitments like the RP groups, like the girlfriend, and want to, you know, spend a lot of time together. Final Fantasy XIV is just a very difficult thing for Core to commit to with how much time she has, with how she wants to play it. She doesn't want to chip away at it. Why is this black screen so long? Did I like type in 5 seconds instead of 0.5 seconds here?
But, yeah. I got on to argue about the cyberpunk stuff.
Okay. Let me catch up on chat real
But
quick.
you...
Oh.
Okay.
Ganon doesn't even have phone corrected core to 4 Not that I don't like it, it's just that I think it's overpriced for what it has currently. I live in America, but I still think their president isn't it. Big power is gone, so I'd be pooping too. Good luck with lock. Bye-bye stalking, bye-bye. Getting ready to fight RP, Minecraft. It's because I'll burn an entire weekend for stuff like that. I haven't skipped Friday Night VR chat when it came out. Dad spends time with me, and she has commitments. You can't feed me, what is your excuse? You say that like I don't have commitments. What the fuck, Global? Okay, I'm all caught up.
Yeah. What you'd probably want would be something more like just a subgenre of sci-fi. I don't know what you'd call it. Because the thing is, cyberpunk as the genre includes the up and down. So like when you think of cyberpunk aesthetic, you're probably thinking of just looking up at the mega buildings, which first off are already dystopian innately, because they are mega buildings that tend to have a lot of corporation signs like strewn out across them and everything like that. That is dystopian. But when you look down at a lot of these cities, unless you're in the specific part where the most corpo people are, there's gonna be just like homeless shelters and stuff everywhere, and that is a part of the like lower visual of a picture here. And that is cyberpunk as the aesthetic. It is both of those things together. That is why you cannot separate them.
Would you call Wally cyberpunk?
Just be sci-fi. What?
Would you call Wally cyberpunk?
I mean, it probably was before it, like, literally was nothing. Well, that's a funky way to actually... Oh, that's a funky question, actually. Would you consider Wally cyberpunk?
To me, no. Because I look at the world of Wally, the spaceship with the robots doing everything and just the walls and, like, buildings of advertisements and, like... I look at that as utopia. I'm like, there's no homeless. There's no people that are hungry. This just seems like a fucking great time. But that's like what you're describing for cyberpunk. I'm like, well, a lot of advertisements. It's a lot of like, not so much the poor looking down on the homeless shelters.
It's mixing the like the decay and the inequality together. In Wall-E, I feel like that stuff already happened on the planet, and now you just got the stuff in the spaceship. I would call that like, I mean, it is literally robots just doing everything for you in those situations. There is a bit of a dystopian value to it.
There is for sure.
Would I call that cyberpunk? I mean, not everyone's giving cybernetics and shit and all that, because that is a part of the genre as well.
But at the same time, it has like crazy dystopian stuff. Like, if that was an option, they might. Because as of right now, they're all fucking potatoes in like floating chairs. And it's like, I don't know. It's one of those things like, is this cyberpunk? And it's like, no, of course not.
I don't know.
Oh shit, wait a minute.
It's weird to say, actually. Like, it would have definitely been before they left the ship. Like, when it, in the world we can't see that's all trash now, definitely. Fuck, that's weird to think about.
I played for like 15 hours straight, high global.
There's like sci-fi utopia as well as a genre that's separate, I think.
Okay. Yeah, I like sci-fi utopia. Hi, Bun Bebo, futuristic. It is. It's post-apocalyptic, no? It's still a high-tech world with a focus on technology's impact on humans. Still lacking on transhumanism, but again, most cyberpunk forgets about that. But like, it's not punk. I wouldn't call it that punk, that's for sure. Isn't it a dystopia? I see Fire Mage. It's sort of a dystopia. So the setting of WALL-E is global warming happened and destroyed the planet. Like, we had unfettered pollution and stuff like that, and it got to the point where human life is not going to be sustained on Earth anymore. So they scrapped everything they could, like all the important metals they need, made a giant spaceship that was self-sustaining, went to space. Initially in space, they could kind of take care of themselves, and everybody was living, kind of like in a society like, Halibut Herald, for anybody who knows that game. And then, like, everybody had their jobs and was taking care of stuff in the spaceship. But they eventually got computers that were just so advanced, they did everything. They didn't need to clean, the computers did. Or the robots did. They didn't need to grow food, the robots did. And it got to a point where the humans had more and more free time because they just, all the tasks and jobs were completed by robots. It got to a point where the humans weren't even, like, walking around. Because, like, they started making robot chairs that just could, like, hover around and carry them. And so, that sounds great initially, but it gets to a point where the humans lose the ability to fucking walk, because from, like, the moment they're born, they just live in these floating chairs and just float around. And the robots... What?
If you look at it like this as a whole picture, it's definitely cyberpunk. The people who got on the ship and escaped the planet are the corpos that were able to afford it.
Yeah. The robots, basically, they have AI and they study and manage the humans, and their prime directive is take care of the humans. To the point that they start going against how the humans want to change. Because the humans are like, hey, one of the robots found a plant, we want to go back to the planet. But, like, the AI and the ship robots are like, no, this is dangerous. We don't want to allow this to happen. We want them to stay safe here in space with us. But, like, the robots also manage the humans to a degree of, like, the humans are fickle. They don't like... They get bored. They can't be doing the same thing every time. So the robots have developed, like, programs and systems to entertain the humans. And so, like, there's a moment in the show where the humans have been almost so domesticated by the robots that, like, they're all wearing blue. And at one point, there's, like, a billboard. All the advertising is blue. All the food is blue. Everything is blue and white. And one of the billboards just goes, today's color of the week is red. Red is a nice color. And, like, all the food and all the billboards start changing red. And all the humans start going like, whoa, whoa. And they're, like, almost panicking until they, like, press a button on their shirt or something. And their shirt turns red. And then they're, like, relaxed. Like, oh, yes, I'm red and I'm in the right color of the week. And it's like, that was their biggest concern. Was, are they, like, matching stuff like that? And it's like, it's such a nothing, right? We look at that and I'm like, what, really? But it's because they've been so domesticated by the robots that it's like, the robots have simplified entertaining the humans with their just, oh god, their AI slop. It's simple as colors.
It's Kids Bop Cyberpunk, dude.
Yeah. Hi, I see fire. Hi, is Amos here? I don't know if Amos has found us yet. Hi, Proxy. Isn't it dystopia? I mean, the fat people rebel against their own. If that is fucking, you know what? Kyra's right. They do rebel against the robots, and that's kind of punk. Albert Harold was so good. I watched Smug play it. Utopia and dystopia are the same thing in storytelling. Small Yuli, that's me. Hi, Amos. Cutie Proxy Nom. Hi, Harley. Organic sub. I was trying to type a message, but it just resubbed thanks to Global. I was gonna say I'll domesticate you. Oh my god, and I'd fucking let you, Proxy. Proxy just collars the femboy boy wife and is like, here's your tasks. You pick up food for me. You walk on my back 3 times a day. And when I go to sleep, you choke me out until I lose consciousness and fall asleep. And I go, yes, Proxy. That sounds like a good life, right, Proxy? No, you go to work and I'll keep the house clean and cook. What the fuck? No! Proxy, I'll wear the maid outfit. Heyo, Proxy, Good morning, Octal. Peggy's. Proxy, I'll have like 10 different maid outfits. We can both wear the maid outfit. Hi, Alterator. Wait, you want to wear the maid outfit? I thought you just wanted to see the maid outfit. Shit. I'll just be the head maid. My, how the turns have tabled. Proxy likes Peggy's. I love maids. Yule doesn't want to clean, he just wants to wear it. I can clean. I can clean a house. I don't want to, but I would. If somebody was like providing a house, bringing home the bacon. If I have a roof over my head because of someone, I'll fucking clean. I kind of do that with my parents now. The deal is I keep the basement clean. Which, it's a mess right now because they're not here. So I'm like, it doesn't need to be clean if they're not here. Oh my goodness. I can't believe Wally is fucking Cyberpunk. The more we talked about it, I was like, wait, hold on. This does line up. Wait, there is, you know, class inequality. Oh, God. I always looked at Wally, and everybody's like, oh, what a horrible life to live. The humans can't even walk. Oh, that'd be so bad. And I'm just like, yeah, but like their biggest problem is their shirt red or blue? Like that seems pretty fucking
Yulind,
great, you know? Like,
Yulind, shut the fuck up. I got some good news.
Uh-huh.
I got some good news.
uh-huh.
It doesn't pertain to you at all, but it pertains to me, and it fucking yeah. So you know how I'm like on my mom's insurance and dental and stuff, right?
Yep,
'Cause,
yep.
You know, I had my stuff extended by my psychologist because
Mhm.
I can't go outside, so kind of disabled and
Yep.
yeah. So I get to stay at my mom's longer than other people.
Yeah.
So the dental, we were told it was only gonna last like a year.
Mm-hmm.
But my mom just reached out to her HR and like asked about it, and they contacted the dental company, and it turns out once you're approved indefinitely.
Oh.
So I just, yeah. I
Hell
don't
yeah.
have to refill paperwork or anything.
Hell yeah. Why'd they say it was just a year?
I don't fucking know.
Sounds like somebody who got the numbers mixed up. What are we
yeah,
at?
it's
4.85.
I thought I was a little afraid because I have like $500 worth of cavities I still need to fill.
Mm-hmm.
When I say it like that, it makes it sound like I have a lot more cavities. I have like 2 or 3.
Yeah.
But dental's fucking expensive.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, and the end of this year is fast approaching, and I don't know if we would have been able to
Yeah.
get that in time. It's a little spooky, but yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Hell yeah. That's awesome. I'm happy to hear that. I'm at 4.85. Today ended up being a like super nice duration of walking day. Which, I'll take it. Given how this morning went, I'll take it. This boy lives on sugar. Oh, I see fires here. Let's do the thing. Today's holidays. November 4th. Oh, I need to pay rent. Tuesday. Election Day. King Tut Day. National Candy Day. National Chicken Lady Day. National Easy Bake Oven Day. National Skeptics Day. National Waiting for the Barbarians Day. Skeptics Day International. Use Your Common Sense Day. So Candy Day just wins. Candy Day just clears. I also finally put in a server profile for Koyo's Discord. Oshi Day? Oh shit, Chicken Lady Day, let's go. The theme for Koyo's Discord this month was Elder Scrolls Gods. And I don't know anything about Elder Scrolls Gods. So I looked up the wiki for Elder Scrolls Gods. And I saw that there was one named Lecky, who's like the Wandering Swordsman goddess. I was like, sure, cute, we'll take it. Hi, Dore, bark, 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 bark. Oh, I have to pick one of those? You don't have to. Time to hack the playlist to put Yuli on Hoth? That's not how it works, Vi. Hi, Vi. That's not how it works. Because when this video ends, we'll be done. Really, Madge, I have to. Fine, do it. Pick one.
But oh yeah, something earlier.
Mm-hmm.
The cyberpunk world isn't all like it is kind of wastelandish, but it's not like all radioactive or anything. There are like a few bits, like I think the Middle East in Cyberpunk's universe is just radioactive hellscape, but a lot of the world is just drought, firestorms and other sort of things. There is a bunch of diseases that went around with like animals and shit. So like there's a lot of just extinct animals. That's why they cost so much in Night City. And why an imported iguana is literally a fucking like high society, highest class item sort of deal.
Yeah.
It's also why you don't see any birds in Night City, is because they kill them before they get into the city.
Oh wait, say that again?
It's why you also don't see any birds in Night City, because they kill them before they get into the city.
To prevent disease spreading?
To prevent disease spreading.
Huh.
Rats as well. There's like not a single fucking rat in Night City, despite the fucking trash everywhere.
Mm-hmm.
The only animals that are kind of allowed is like cats, because they're good at killing rats.
Mm.
That's why you occasionally see cats around.
Mm-hmm. You only make 2-point redeems to pick a walking video. One is pick any except Star Wars. Then the Star Wars one just costs 3 times that. The problem with that, Cairo, is that Star Wars isn't even the longest video. The longest video is a War Within video. It's Oz Kahet. Oz Kahet is 2 hours and 45 minutes long. And the longest Star Wars one is like 2:35. So it would have to be more like pick a duration video, right? 10K, pick something less than 30 minutes. 50K, pick something that's like an hour 30 or less. Then like 100K, pick a hour 30 or longer, pick any video. So you're like, okay, time to live edit the video into the perfect loop. Healy icy hug. Oh, we ended. We're at 5.1. Hell yeah. Close that, close that. Good job, you walked the whole time. Hell yeah. I have 2 fucking treadmills in my play space right now. Where am I? I'm here. Wait, I'm not floating. The shadows are just weird. If I go lower, my feet start going into the snow. Anyway. Go back to my notes here. Put that there, put that there. Bark, bark, bark. If they have a solution that is able to effectively kill the birds and rats, why don't they just make something to clean up all the trash? That's
Because one of the things affects the rich people, the other one doesn't, because they just put it in the poor neighborhoods.
That
is their solution.
3 miles right on the nose. This shit whack. Muscuty, tiny Yulind, good morning. Good morning. I low detected the chibi redeem. I'm a pancake. I need to update the distance. We did 5.1 miles.
Also, like, cows and shit are basically, like, extinct or illegal to own. Cows and chickens. So every meat, like, all the meat that they have is made from worms.
Ew.
Yeah.
Where do
They're,
they
like,
get their milk?
Burgers and everything. I don't know if they have milk. Or if they do, it's probably, you know, synthesized as well to be fake milk.
Guys, we don't want to live in cyberpunk anymore.
Why would you want to live in cyberpunk to begin with? I literally asked people that last night, and half of them said they'd rather kill themselves.
Dude, I always say that when people are like, "What are you doing in the zombie apocalypse?" I'm like, finding the fastest and easiest way to fucking end it. What do you mean?
Yeah, same. Fucking, I liked Kron's response when I asked. He's like, find the nicest bridge.
Yeah. Okay. Lurks updated. Title updated. I need to change my tracker, so you guys wait there. I'm hiding behind this thing. Hi, Seekiru. Yulind is cute. Thank you. Hi, Safi. You have pancake because that's switched. I think I hear Foss singing.
I know. I know that it can only hear through your mic, but it's more funny to echoing in the distance.
Ugh. Okay, and then oh, dude, I keep looking at the menu and I'm like, what the fuck? Why does it look so weird? Okay. We all hear Fossing? I cast muscle memory explode. Dude, I keep opening the fucking menu and I'm just like, what the fuck? It's all different. Oh god. I'll get used to it. I'll get used to it in a week. I noticed
they changed it a little bit.
They changed a few things. I have them in my notes. I haven't gone over them yet. Safi bite hug, goddamn. We all hear Foss singing. I guess we're ready to go somewhere. Worlds. Queen. No, chatting, not stream. We gotta go somewhere small. Or I guess somewhere that supports small. That one, we have a lot of people for that. There's somewhere I haven't gone in a while.
Oh, I might hop. I don't know.
Yeah.
I'm kind of vibing just chatting. I'm not sure.
Your call.
Part of me wants to play more Cyberpunk again.
I hate it when I can't decide.
Were you there when I told you my reason for playing Cyberpunk yesterday?
No, I missed it. I saw that you were playing. I was like, did he just feel like it because we talked about it, or?
No, I started playing Cyberpunk yesterday because yesterday I watched a lot of economy and like corporation videos, like learning stuff about shit, and I was like, I'm mad. I should have been in Cyberpunk.
Incredible.
Unironically, the reason I was like, I need to fucking take these corporations into my own hands.
And then you joined Arasaka. Dude, why can I not decide on world? I'm like, everything looks good, but like I've done it too recently. I need to just pick one. We're going to Cyberlove. New instance, friends, drop portal. Anchor, local, pin 3. Portal. The Great Pug. The Great Pug. Okay, does Foss just like not sleep? They do. Ask the plant when he's going to play the game. I sent him smile. Simple fishing world smile. Ew, no. Oh god, what is that stare, Safi? The cyber brain rot runs deep. I need the colliders on. Pickups off. And then I turn the world sound down. And I boost the fuck out of the video player audio. That way less of the like rumbling stuff gets me. Okay. The video fucking... Come on. Come on. Failed to load video. Failed to load video. Yeah. Okay. We will just this and bring up our backup. A little loud. There. Okay. I haven't been able to use a lot of video players. And Google breaking YouTube. DL every dude, it's crazy. Like, it just feels like eight or 9 months ago, just like they broke the YouTube players. And it feels like it's never recovered from that. Literally every 3 weeks, it's like, oh, all the video players are broken again. And like half the time, some of them weren't even like ready. Some of them were like never even fixed in that small time. Ugh.
Question though, is it VRC or is it YouTube? Because YouTube's constantly changing stuff with ad blockers now, and I know a lot of their shit is also fucking up with all sorts of
It is
other...
YouTube, and VR chat has to accommodate that. So
Yeah.
it is a YouTube thing. But unfortunately, VR chat world makers have to adjust.
Sorry. I'm trying to, like,
Good.
adjust the mirror there. Wait, what the fuck? Why am I so big compared to you?
Because I'm sitting down.
No, I'm, like, ginorma huge. Oh, because there's no fucking collider here. I thought you were just fucking taller than me, so I made myself larger.
No. I don't know if I like this, how my legs look. With the fucking nub feet. Like, wait a minute, hold on.
On this side.
Ugh.
Still fucking...
Flying. Anchor world. Ugh.
Can I turn on colliders? Is there a way to do that?
Yes, yes. Go back to the main room. And there is something out there. I have a fucking one of these I can grab. Ugh. Okay. Put this here. Extra small Yulind. I am. Are you in the laundry room with all the washing machines?
Yeah, I was.
Okay, there's a big screen there. There's like a bench and there's a screen above it. It's on the left side. It's Google. YouTube has been going hard on ad blockers. It's so bad. Like, if I ever open YouTube before joining a world to find a song, I get rate limited. Ask him. Ask him what, huh? This is Yulind's final form. Hi, Ghana. Small Yulind's pink bitted. Extra small Yulind, morning Kana. VRChat doesn't actually do anything except update the version of YouTube DLP they use. They're at the mercy of the open source project. Yeah. Ask the plane about playing the game I sent him. Boss, are you gonna play the game Cairo sent you?
Sorry, I was messing with the wrong screen, it turned out.
You gonna play the game that Cairo sent you?
I don't know.
What game is it?
I don't know, I don't really... the Xenoblade.
Oh. I see. Yeah, I don't see you playing that. Well, you might. You might play that, and you'd probably like it, but... getting you to start it is like... I don't know if I see you ever starting it. I heard it was a phishing attempt. Oh boy, resin time. Didn't you also send it to Sheepy, Pyro? Didn't you also send it to her recently? My notes for today. Yeah, and Mizuki. Mizuki, I definitely don't see playing it. We did FF14 with Cairo. We did the Hraesval Gear dungeon. We did the Nidhogg fight. The Nidhogg fight. Oh my god. So I go in as healer, and I haven't played Final Fantasy 14 in like a week, so I'm a bit nervous, right? That dungeon, I was actually like kind of sweating there. Because it was like, oh man, I just don't remember how to fucking play this game. I'm like rereading all of my abilities and like how I'd set up my keybinds. Harmony was thinking, so they made it very easy. We get to the trial though. We get to Nidhogg, and I'm like, okay, I don't remember this fight. I'm like just getting back to healer. I don't feel confident at all. Hopefully the other healer... 1 week and you had forgotten. 1 week? 1 month. If I said week, my apologies. We haven't been playing Final Fantasy like all of October. We go into the Nidhogg fight, and I'm like, okay. 6 of us queued. I'm the only healer, so that means we get a pug healer. Surely this pug healer is going to carry me, right? We get to the ad phase, and the healer dies. And I'm just like... oh no. I'm the one that's carrying the healing. And when I realized the other healer was not quite as good as I was expecting, or they weren't bad, but, well, I don't know how good they were. I kind of realized I was the one doing all the healing. Hi, Mizuki. Mizuki, are you going to play Xenoblade Chronicles on stream? Cairo loves that game. They've converted me to loving that game. But, like, I'm like, wait, does Mizuki play JRPGs at all? No. That's kind of what I expect. Christ. Once I realized the other healer was new, it's not a shooter. When I realized the other healer was kind of new and I was doing all the heavy lifting, I like locked the fuck in. I was like, I am doing all the healing. I'm like pre-casting when damage is going off. And I think I heard my voice at one point. Somebody said something about me, and I was just like, nope. I gotta get the green bars to full. Money can be exchanged for goods and services. How much? Got a gun, right? It does have a gun, but also the gun character is the fucking worst thing to play. Hello, Haro? Yeah. Final Fantasy was fun last night, but definitely Nidhogg in the dungeon before that. I was like, oh god, I gotta relearn. VR chat notes. So VR chat had a patch this morning or last night. Boops are back. There is a Discord login, so you can sync your Discord with your VR chat account, and if you are making a new account, you can use your Discord login for that. Boops. BOOPS. So like I can send Foss a like, hey, I'm booping you. And when he opens his menu, like little emotes will pop up.
Boobs?
Boop.
Boobs?
Okay. What is a boop? Like Facebook boops or Discord things. I made a request for an OSC event for boops. Like Facebook poking. Hi, Scriggles. We actually mentioned you earlier, Scriggles. If somebody boosts me, I'm going to crash out on them. That's so weird, Cairo. That's so weird. Send Foss boobs. That's what my stream notification is. Facebook pokes. Hope everyone is well. Hi, Scriggles. Technology needs to be taken away from you. Hi, Yulind, my love. Hi, Freya. Hi. There's a new reporting system in VR chat. Previously, to report people, you often had to go to the website to do it. And like just the in-game reporting thing was bad. Now it's a lot easier to report like all the stickers that have been placed. Like you can see like a list of stickers placed, a list of avatar pedestals placed. It is a lot more streamlined, and so that it's not the worst thing ever to report people from within VR chat. You don't have to go outside the game. There is a live now tab. They really want to push like events and groups, and so they are making it so that like there's a live now tab where you can see what like events are going on in VR chat, which I actually haven't looked at. Where is that? Oh, it might be a rolled out thing.
I don't see myself playing this game.
Xenoblade?
Yeah, I'm like watching a bit of gameplay of it. I'm like, man, Shulk got this goofy ass run, dude. What is that?
Are you watching the old stuff or the HD remake stuff?
Xenoblade Chronicles gameplay walkthrough, full game HD, no commentary. So I'm assuming it's
no, that'd be HD.
There's HD in it. I don't know.
I think you'd really like the fourth character. Yeah, the fourth character. No, that's the original, but probably a texture pack. He needs to look up Definitive Edition. Oh, okay. The combat, you probably wouldn't like it at first, but I will say it gets to a point where it's very interesting because you can do some really cool fucking builds with it. That's what kind of pulled me in, was like, you can do really creative things with your build. The event tab is a cool idea. I wonder if anyone would use it. New way to get Kyra to crash out. And then you block someone that boops you automatically. That's clever. I'm really feeling it. No, that's the original, but probably texture pack. You need to look up Definitive Edition. RR, hi, hun. 15, yay? Hell yeah. You can just kiss people, Freya? Yes, I can. Hi.
He still kind of got a Mickey Mouse run.
What the fuck? I like... Oh, did I full screen this? Nope. Oh god, what have I done? I like double spaced everything in my notepad. And I'm like, what? Why? How? Yeah, that was all of my notes. Playing Final Fantasy 14 with Kyra last night. VRChat patch update. Dick Cheney died. That was it. That's all the notes. Okay, Wheeze.
I'm not as much of a story gamer. Like, in comparison, like, I can enjoy stories, and when I do like a story, it's great. I don't usually go into a game wanting a story, though. Like, I don't start a game because it's a story game. I start a game because I have another reason to play it, and then if I like the story, I pay attention to it. Like, I will still try and pay attention to stories now, especially since I started streaming. I've done that ever since, like 5-7 years ago. How long have I been streaming? I don't think I can remember.
It's like 6 or 7 years, dude. It's...
Oh god, it's been a while. Oh fuck.
I want to say 6 years.
But yeah, no, I don't know. And then yeah, also older games don't tend to vibe with me as well, just because unless I played them when I was younger. I'm a very aesthetic gamer, and I'll literally play games just because they look pretty in a way.
Xenoblade
or if
is...
I like their art style.
Xenoblade has a lot of pretty aesthetics to it. It is like the example of Switch hardware is no excuse for the game being ugly because Xenoblade exists.
It's got some okay bits, but it's like it's not an art style I super care for. Like the characters have like, well, I was gonna say they have kind of Kingdom Hearts energy, but only some of them seem to. I don't like the way Kingdom Hearts looks.
I also Hearts looks. Actually, it's really easy to sell to Foss. Basically, a single-player MMO. I don't know if that sells it to him.
That doesn't, because one of the only reasons I play MMOs is to create a custom character.
Yeah.
I will literally download an MMO to create a custom character and then play it for like a day and then uninstall it. And that is it. That is my gameplay.
Whoa, the Dickster died. The Dickster? Wait, what? It's the Italian way. One kiss each, shake on the face. Up there, I got a better one. Hi, cutie pie.
But
thanks for clarifying.
Even if I did plan on playing it, it's not happening until after I finish Metaphor, which is already taking time. I can't do more than one story game, like heavy story game. That shit's fucking too much for me, dude. I struggle to pay attention to one already sometimes, even if I'm enjoying it.
Thanks for clarifying. Is me wanting you to play not enough of a reason Cairo cry? Correct. Skip first one. Play Xeno 2, fall in love with Nia. Oh, Safi. You can't say that. Yes, Keck. Definitive Edition is new 2020. It's a fucking remaster. It's not new. I'll cut you.
Is Xenoblade 2 the one with Pyra and Mithra?
Yes.
Yeah, that's the only reason I'd care.
You're not even the best girl from that one.
They look the best.
They are hot, but it's Nia.
Also, I played them in Smash Brothers last I played, so I'm like, yeah, they're the only ones I really know or care about.
Hi, chocolate. Today is Tuesday. There's new Lemix stuff that I'm very excited for. There is Final Fantasy stuff with Cairo. I'm really hoping I can get the treadmill working with just a reset of the breaker. If it's just the cable, if the cable just like has just been bad, I'm like, man, really? OP or Nia's best girl for Xeno 2 in my honest opinion. I have heard of Nia. I think I know what she looks like. And then obviously I know what Mithra and Pyre look like, but I don't know anything. I don't know a single thing about them personality wise.
I'm a bit biased against like the cat girl look.
Really?
I do not care for it. It's so oversaturated to me. I find them less interesting than normal humans at this point.
Who doesn't love a sassy Welsh cat girl? Nodders. I almost think normal humans are interesting in a sea of like, this character has to be unique and stuff. Like, I'm gonna throw shade at a lot of people here. When I see heterochromia, when I see somebody that has eyes that are two different colors, I'm like, you're just looking for stuff to make yourself unique. Like, this was an easy tack on thing you could do. Cat girl look is generic look. Animals return to crab. VTubers return to cat girls. Beautiful eyes with homochromia.
Beautiful eyes with homosexual.
I was actually working on my eyes yesterday in my texture stuff. I really like Krita. I don't know how to fucking use Krita. I don't know how to fucking paste colors after using the color dropper. The cat has homophobia. Me trying to look as bland and NPC as possible. Also, what about the ones I sent? Gay cat. Doing what today? Oh my god, there's so many channels live. I see someone playing Silent Hill F. There's so many people doing stuff today, damn it. It's so hard when everybody's live. When all the people
Does every
live.
character in Xenoblade wear a fucking leotard?
I couldn't tell you.
But there's a lot of female characters that just wear leotards.
One day the other Saphies aren't lying. How far into Silent Hill F is this? I can't tell. I don't know why I thought I'd be able to look at that and tell how far they are. We could go here. And I know that since we still have a lot of FOFA people here, they're gonna recognize this person. Europa Universalis 5. I don't even know what that is. Okay. When I see the gameplay, I'll decide if I want to go there and nap to this. I can peek for you. They're near the end? Okay, then it's good that we didn't go. And peel for you. I'm waiting to get through ads for this person. See if it's a game I want to sleep to. If not, I've decided where to go. That's a map of Europe. Well, Maybe we go here. Actually, no, hang on. I see somebody. Wait, it disappeared. Okay, here it is. This person I've seen around, but I haven't really, like, introduced myself or gotten to, like, really meet them yet. But they're playing ball pit. And we have a lot of mutual friends, so I'm gonna go there. You can tell by how fucked up Hinako is. You know what I was really thinking, Cairo? I looked at it and I was like, she doesn't have the, you know, this over here. So she must not be that far in. But flying. Where am I putting this? What the? Oh. Wait, did they increase the range for flying? No, it just feels like they did. Okay. Nope, not that one. Right there. Ugh. Oh my god, I have fucking cables and treadmills all over my space. We're going to this cutie. I have no idea how to say her name. Thank you for the socials. I copy there. Because they've got a funky character at the start. Spanks for the stream. It flips back and forth between the two characters. The two MCs. There's two main characters? I didn't even know there was other characters to play. Oh, that's, okay. Think I got it? Yeah. Love comfy hug pat. Walk on our way over. They're playing ball pit. We have a lot of mutual friends, and I've kind of wanted to meet them. They're super cute. But thank you for today. Thank you guys for cheering me up through the scuff. This stuff really stresses me out, but you guys still made the day really, really fun for me. I really appreciate that. We did 5.1 miles. If I fix my stuff, we'll have incline tomorrow because Matthews gave a fucking big sub. Tonight, Final Fantasy stuff with Cairo. That being said, I love you. Bye. 13 orgy in the pulpit. That's safe for Twitch. Huh? What? We're fucking going. I love you. Bye.